You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Rays, Magic, and Lightning.
June 2nd, 2024. At a glance, just another day on the baseball calendar. But today is a day that goes deeper and means more. They say baseball is a numbers game, and no one amassed more impressive numbers than Henry Louis Gehrig. But today, those statistics serve only as a backdrop to the man whose name is now synonymous with an ongoing fight that goes far beyond baseball's borders and into all our lives. Before Lou Gehrig died, he shared a personal thought in a very public place, despite being ravaged by a mysterious illness now known as ALS. Little did he know, his words would echo throughout the years and serve as a beacon of hope for the people suffering from that same disease, which now eponymously carries his name. So let today, June 2nd, 2024, stand as a day of hope that one day there will be a cure for Lou Gehrig disease, and that this Hall of Famer's courage resonates in all of us.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Sunday baseball from Baltimore, and today we pay tribute to one of the game's most hallowed names, Lou Gehrig Day, across Major League Baseball, as we recognize the man for his accomplishments on the field, but more importantly, we raise awareness in the fight to find a cure for ALS. We welcome you into Valley Sports Studio in Florida alongside Denard Span. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Ryan Bass and Doug Wechter are joining us. The 4th annual Lou Gehrig Day across all of Major League Baseball, celebrating a man who became a mythic hero because of his strength and his skill on the baseball field, but also because of his stoicism in the face of the longest of odds. We all know people who have been affected personally and otherwise by this terrible disease, ALS. I am good friends with Lou and Betsy Greenstein, who are dealing with it right now. If you want to make donations, IamALS.org is the way to do it. But today, you could also go to MLB.com/4ALS. And Denard, you might ask the question, why is June 2nd Lou Gehrig Day? And it's not only one reason, it's two. The streak that he started that made him so famous started on June 2nd, 1925. And also, sadly and ironically, it was also that same date that he passed away 16 years later.
Yeah, I think that's just incredible. We were talking about this during, before the show started, just how significant June 2nd is. And I said to you, that's a God thing. The fact that he started his streak on June 2nd, and that was the same day that he passed away. And just such an iconic figure for the game of baseball. He did so much for the game of baseball. Every time I hear his speech, it gives me goosebumps, considering himself the luckiest man on the face of this earth. Just such an incredible player and gone way too soon.
Yeah, puts it all in perspective. ALS does not know an age range. It does not know male or female. It does not certainly know a race. It affects everybody. And the Iron Horse was known for his exploits on the baseball field, certainly, but made even more famous because of how he handled that disease ever since his diagnosis all those years ago. A Hall of Famer in 1939, he won 7 World Series titles with his hometown team, the New York Yankees. Denard, the stats could blow you away. 10 years where he had 80 extra base hits. That's the most in baseball history. 7 years with 150 or more RBIs, also the most in baseball history. And 5 years where he had 400 total bases. Again, more than any player ever in baseball history.
Just incredible. And you got to remember the year before he got diagnosed with ALS, and I think in 1938, he was 35 years old. He had a monster year, hit over 295 with 29 home runs, and he was still playing at such a high level. And imagine if he didn't get sick, where his numbers would be. And you can maybe make an argument that that Cal Ripken does not break his record 70 years later. Just like I said earlier, just gone way too soon.
That's right. That number 2130, 2,130 consecutive games played by Lou Gehrig. It took 56 years before that record was surpassed. Ironically enough, on a day when the Rays are playing in Baltimore, it was broken by Baltimore's favorite son, Cal Ripken, all the way back in 1995.
Yeah, I remember watching this game, when I was a kid here in Tampa, Florida, watching it on TV, and I just remember this just being a special moment for the game of baseball. I remember when Cal Ripken rounded the entire Camden yards, giving everybody a high five. Just a special day for baseball as well.
That was the day the torch was passed from the Iron Horse to the Iron Man, and this really puts it in perspective, D. Currently, the man with the longest consecutive games played streak is Matt Olson, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves, 514 games. He'd have to do that 4 more times to get into the neighborhood of Lou Gehrig and Cal Ripken. Of course, we know that every single player across Major League Baseball has some thoughts that they would love to share about Lou Gehrig. The Rays are no different. And for those thoughts, we go to Camden Yards in Baltimore, live on the field with Ryan Bass to share some of those stories.
Yeah, gentlemen, as you've said, I'm not sure there's a more impactful valedictory from a ball player in this sport's history than what we heard from Lou Gehrig there in his luckiest man speech in 1939. Today, his life, legacy, and his battle with ALS will be remembered and will be honored here throughout the game of baseball on this 4th annual Lou Gehrig's Day across the league. You're going to see the number 4 donned on a lot of the players' jerseys in those Yankee pinstripes and in those Yankee colors as well to honor Lou Gehrig. It's going to be something that you'll see those decals, not just on players on both sides, but all across the sport, uniforms for those managers and coaches as well. Everyone going to be remembering the legacy and the life of Lou Gehrig on this day today. I spoke with a few Rays players on what it means to them to play baseball on this day specifically.
It's huge. I mean, obviously, the disease is named after Lou Gehrig, so everyone knows his story. But, I mean, there's still countless people you'd think. It's just hard. I can't imagine going through that as a family. So just anything we can do to support, raise awareness, and raise funds that hopefully we can find a cure for that disease.
I mean, Major League Baseball has done an incredible job on a number of different causes, but the reach that baseball has, not just to its fans, but across the country and slowly becoming across the globe is incredible. So to be able to recognize and bring awareness to a cause like ALS, Jackie Robinson, this stuff is awesome that the game has progressed into that and that we're able to use the platform to spread that awareness. And on the flip side, it's really cool to be the one delivering that.
And according to the ALS Association, about 5,000 people per year are diagnosed with this debilitating disease. Now, there are a one-of-a-kind Gehrig baseball cards that fans can actually bid on today, one for each team, featuring players that were selected by MLB writer and researcher Sarah Langs, who, of course, has been open with her battle with ALS as well. The Rays representative for that will be Shane McClanahan. As Sarah says so well, baseball is the best, guys. And today, of course, baseball across the entire sport, these guys on this field will be representing and honoring the legacy of Lou Gehrig as we try to continue to fight for research to find a cure for this disease, guys.
Thank you very much, Ryan. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank Troy Durrett, our excellent editor here at Bally Sports, for putting that tease together at the top of this show. We'll take a time out now on Rays Live, the pregame, and show you what's coming up on the big show. We will start in this Rays versus Orioles matchup by talking about your first look at lineups. Jose Siri producing lately for Tampa Bay, adding another RBI in Game 2 of this Rays and O's series. We'll talk about Littell taking the mound this afternoon. Zack attacks the Baltimore Bats, who banged out 4 home runs yesterday against Rays pitching. And speaking of those ding-dongs, Doug Wechter joins us coming up next on Rays Live, the pregame. He'll discuss the Orioles' power surge. You're watching Rays Live, the pregame show on Bally Sports.
Get to 2 or more favorites for you.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth watering. Give me that chocolate chippy, dippy, drippy, Papa wingin'. Pair of pizza with your favorite sides for $6.99 each. Papa John's.
Promise me you won't touch anything? Well, unless they ask me to. You won't. We're here at the Rooms to Go factory in Mississippi to show you just what it takes to bring our Drew and Jonathan furniture collection to life. From frame to fabric, it's all possible thanks to dedicated craftspeople and precision machinery working in perfect harmony. It's how Rooms to Go delivers great quality at such an affordable price fast. So come see everything we're working on at a Rooms to Go near you. He said he wasn't going to touch anything. I lied.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $329 a month for 36 months. That's just $329 a month on the Toyota RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
On the next Rays All Access.
For her to sit across the table from me and tell me that she has brain cancer was the shot to the gut.
Rays All Access, all month long on Bally Sports.
Vibrant expressions become the art of connection. From bay to bay, a collective of bioluminescent reflections.
Can I kick it?
Behold the bowl, the scrub, the bowl. Our history connected, unexpected. Our spirit unleashed, creativity released. Surreal for real, soaring through the sky. Our grit and glow connect these cities where we all thrive.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Rays Live, the pregame show on Bally Sports, is presented by City Furniture. Trends you want, prices you'll love. And by Morgan Automotive Group. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen. Looks like a big crowd on hand outside Utah Street inside Camden Yards for Game 3 of this 3-game series between the Rays and the Orioles. A reminder, Rays fans, go to @BallyRays on X and retweet the Fan Fueled Bundle powered by the Florida Lottery and include the hashtag FanFueledBundle, and it'll give you a chance to win 5 Florida Lottery scratch-offs and 2 tickets to an upcoming Rays game. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Back inside the Bally Sports studio alongside Denard Span, I'm Rich Hollenberg at the desk. Let's go back out to the Charm City and welcome in Doug Wechter for his perspective on today's game. And Dougie, happy Sunday to you, Donut Sunday as always. But this Baltimore team hit multiple home runs yesterday, and that should be no new news to anybody who's been paying attention. They've been doing that all season long, 24-3 when they hit multiple home runs.
Yeah, you're talking about a team just known for his power, Richie. And, you know, as we come into Baltimore, that was the one thing that we were looking for from that lineup and almost expecting is there going to be some power going over with the Baltimore side of things. First game, the Rays were able to hold them down. There were 0 home runs hit, only 2 extra base hits. Yesterday was a different story. Yesterday, they showed off that power. They were able to go out there and drive 4 out of the park, all 4 of them coming within the first 4 innings. Obviously, Ryan Mountcastle, a big reason for that. 2 of them coming off of his bat alone. He's 4 for 7 on the series. Santander, Westberg, all jumping in on the action. But the crazy thing when you look at this Baltimore lineup is how powerful they are 1 through 9. It's not just 1 or 2 guys doing all the damage, although they do have Gunnar Henderson in the leadoff spot, hit 18 for the season, but it's 1 through 9 with all the power, and that's how you get to these numbers right here. You see the key ingredients brought to you by Papa John's. The home runs, 83. That's second in the league with home runs. Extra base hits, of course, they're going to be up there with that. Slugging percentage, that all equals a high slugging percentage. I think probably the most impressive graphic on this whole thing is the hard hit rate at 44%. Almost half the balls in play off the Orioles bats are coming in at 95 or above miles per hour. That's impressive when you think about it. And again, it's not just 1 or 2 guys in this order that you got to go out there, circle, and say, hey, these 2 guys aren't going to hurt me. It's really 1 through 9. You think about yesterday, Westberg was in the 7 hole. That guy has 9 home runs in the 7 hole. So, again, power all the way up and down this lineup. It can be very, very dangerous. Zack Littell might have his hands full today.
Doug, we're talking about this Orioles ball club and their power. From a pitcher's perspective, when you're facing a lineup that has so much power from top to bottom, how do you approach them?
Yeah, well, look, that's a good question. I think with Zack Littell specifically, he's going to have to mix very well. We know the command is always there pretty much every time he takes the hill. You know, every 5 days, he's going to go out there and he's going to attack you. You know, last 8 games, he's thrown 70% strikes. So he's in the zone. That's not the issue. It's the command inside of the zone, making sure the pitches are down and then mixing those pitches very well. I think today, you're going to see a lot of split fingers from Littell. The split finger has been going very good for him, getting a lot of swing and miss specifically against left-handers, and that's where a lot of power in this lineup is, the left-handed side. So I think the split finger is going to be key for Zack, but really it goes back to command and mixing his pitches. If he can do both those, then I think he'll be very efficient. I think he can get deep into this game.
All right, D-Wayne and Dougie coming up with first pitch at the top of the hour. Thank you very much for that Wechter's wisdom. This Baltimore team, 27 times they've hit 2 or more home runs in a game. That's most in Major League Baseball, nearly half the games they've played. Conversely, Denard, the Tampa Bay Rays, who 1 year ago were 6th in Major League Baseball in total home runs hit, they have now the 2nd fewest home runs hit in Major League Baseball, and they've allowed the most in the big leagues.
Well, quite frankly, guys with high fly ball percentages give up a lot more home runs. And when you look at this Rays, specifically starting staff, they're all fly ball pitchers. All of them have, you know, fly ball percentages that are above league average. You're talking about Aaron Savale, Eflin, Littell, Alexander, Taj. We know Eflin, he likes to elevate the fastball up in the zone. Taj Bradley gave up a home run to Westburg yesterday on a high fastball. And, of course, Aaron Savale, he likes to elevate those cutters. So, quite frankly, like I said, fly ball pitchers, they're going to give up home runs.
And it certainly would help if the Rays bats could produce some more home runs, give the team a lead, and let the pitchers let the defense play behind them a little bit. A recipe for success. You don't need me to tell you that. Let's take another break on Rays Live, the pregame. When we return, we'll talk about the lineups coming up today on a Sunday. Jose Siri smacked 25 homers a year ago, hoping we are at the start of another home run binge from the Rays center fielder.
Right now, Sonic Shakes are half price after 7 p.m. when you order online or in the app. So save on your strawberry shake today, and your chocolate shake tomorrow, and your Oreo cheesecake shake the next day. Sonic half price shakes after 7 p.m. An online and app exclusive.
This is Avery. She's had a lot of news this year, and she's still trying to figure out the vibe of things. A new state, a new job, a new apartment, and a new bank. Mid-Florida made Avery feel at home and gave her $200 when opening a new free checking account. And that will come in handy to decorate her new place. Avery may have had a lot of news this year, but financial worries aren't one of them. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union.
No cash to close on your dream home? No problem. Zero down home loans are instantly easy. Available for first-time and non-first-time home buyers. Find your perfect home today. GTE Financial, the official credit union of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
On the next Rays All Access.
For her to sit across the table from me and tell me that she has brain cancer was the shot to the gut.
Rays All Access, all month long on Bally Sports.
With a Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When you're diagnosed with mesothelioma, your life is on hold. There are so many questions. What are my options? What do I do next? Our lawyers have helped so many people going through these same struggles and questions. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call Morgan & Morgan. $30 billion was set aside for mesothelioma victims like you. And in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
With a Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Rays Live, the pregame show on Bally Sports, presented by Bayfront Health, the official healthcare partner of your Tampa Bay Rays. On this Sunday afternoon, let's hear from Kevin Cash. We call it Straight from the Skip, and the skipper starts by talking about Zack Littell facing the O's offense.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt they're talented, but I think your best course of action against any potent offense is to get ahead, and Litt does a good job of that. Get ahead and then try to expand once you get to 2 strikes, but just, you know, don't consume yourself with getting swing and miss. Let's just get it off the barrel and see if our defense can make some plays.
Offensively, 10 hits yesterday. The approach from the guys, what do you hope carries over into today's finale?
Well, probably just that. I mean, I think our last 2 days, more yesterday than the day before, we've swung the bats pretty well. Didn't have too much to show for it Friday night, but we got some early runs off Bradish, who I said yesterday have been very good, but like to see our offense just continue and get those big hits when there's guys on base.
Josh Lowe starting for Durham in right field today. If all goes well, could he be back Tuesday against the Marlins?
I mean, I think that's our hope. We're going to still continue to see how he feels, but it's been 2 solid days for him, so very encouraged by that.
That's certainly some great news that more help is on the way from Durham. Rich and D just lounging right now in this particular part of Rays Live. The pregame going to take a look at the lineups as they are presented on a Sunday. Obviously, if Josh Lowe comes back, that's going to do nothing but help this Rays offense. Here's what the offense looks like today, though. All right-handers, Denard, against the lefty Cole Irvin. They are 7-5 this year against left-handed starters. And Jose Siri on a little bit of a hot streak.
Yeah, Jose Siri starting to get himself into a little bit of a groove over his last 5 games. 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, and seems like he's starting to calm his approach down at the plate, shortening up his swing. Early in the season, I feel like he was taking long swings, but last Thursday, you saw those 2 home runs, shortened up his swing. It was more direct to the ball, more especially on this second home run we're about to see off of Mason Miller. Fastball at 101 mile per hour. You see how quick his hands get through that zone, and that's what we've seen from Jose Siri over the last 4 or 5 games. And this right here, this swing was a beautiful swing. Took it the other way, took what the pitcher gave him, and did his job and drove in Jonathan Aranda yesterday.
All right, here's the Orioles lineup. Dougie touched on this, Denard. 6 different players in this lineup have 6 or more home runs. The Rays pitchers have handled Henderson and Rutschman at the top of the order, 4 for 6 combined, but Jordan Westburg is also a hot hitter.
Yeah, this lineup, there's no breaks in this lineup. You got Jordan Westburg, hitting 6th, 7th in this lineup. You see what he's doing at home this year, and he's also having a monster year in his first full season with the Orioles, hitting .356 at home. But he's just he's tough to pitch to, a tough at bat, especially on fastballs. 8 home runs, hitting .306 on that pitch. He has great plate discipline, and I wouldn't consider him a home run hitter. Even though he has 9 home runs this year, I would consider him a line drive, gap-to-gap type of hitter. But he's a tough hitter for. He's going to be tough for Littell today. Littell's going to probably have to throw that splitter against him.
All right, we'll have much more on Littell coming up next on Rays Live, the pregame show. We will be talking about the right-hander taking the hill, the reliever turned starter. Needs to be a stopper today as the Rays have lost the first 2 games of this 3-game series. More from Denard when we return.
Now through Monday at Kane's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Kane's Furniture.
Get more for less. Day or night, there's something for everyone this summer at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. The animal lover, the high flyer, the social butterfly, the night owl. Exotic, exhilarating, excitement for all. Save up to 50% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our Memorial Day sale. Hurry, offer ends soon.
When challenges arise, you rise above. When the future is uncertain, your courage runs deep. And where selflessness meets action, you thrive. Inspired by those who lead, by putting others first, our Ford vehicles stand ready. Just announced, military, all veterans, and first responders get an extra $1,000 exclusive cash. See your local Ford dealer today.
Roof damage is a headache. And worse yet, insurance companies commonly deny or lowball these types of claims. When one of my clients, Maria, noticed leaks and mold from a hurricane, she knew she needed help. Originally, the insurance company told Maria that her damages did not exceed her deductible and paid her $0. Luckily, she called me. We did a free inspection and the fight was on. The result? We recovered almost $80,000 for her insurance claim. So remember, before you call your insurance company, call your insurance attorney.
Rays Live, the pregame rolls on. The home whites for the Baltimore Orioles. The one difference you'll see, the number 4 patch on theirs and every team's uniforms today, June 2nd, 2024, the 4th annual Lou Gehrig Day across all of MLB. Back inside the Bally Sports studio alongside Denard Span. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Glad you're joining us on a Sunday afternoon in advance of Game 3 between the Rays and the Orioles. And Zack Littell's going to get the ball today for Kevin Cash and company, looking to snap this 2-game losing streak. And Zack's coming off a season-high tying 9 strikeouts and a season-high 7 innings pitched as well.
That was definitely his best start of the season. It's been consistent all year long. You see right there with a 2-3 record with a 3.47 ERA and 5-pitch mix. Slider and his split finger, to me, are his best pitches. But he's the type of pitcher that he's going to attack the strike zone. He doesn't waste time. He mixes his pitches up to both sides of the plate. He's not afraid of contact, not afraid of using his defense.
Yeah, he is certainly efficient. That's kind of the first word that you hear everybody apply to Zack Littell. And he also has a 2.00 ERA in 5-day starts, plus some pretty good success against the Orioles in the past.
Yeah, he's done a really good job against the Orioles. Last year, I think majority of those starts or those appearances came when he was in the bullpen. So I look for him to go out there and just do what he did last year and attack the zone and attack these hitters.
Fire away against those Baltimore bats. Speaking of Baltimore, left-hander Cole Irvin gets the start today, and he's also a guy who's pitched out of the bullpen. Now he's a starter, and when he's been starting, he's been pretty dynamic.
Yeah, he's been dependable for the Orioles this year. His last 5 starts trending in the right direction, only giving up 5 earned runs over those last 5 starts, 18 strikeouts, 4 walks, 6-pitch mix, pretty much throwing the kitchen sink out there. I wouldn't consider him a power pitcher. Fastball sits at 92. Likes to throw that curveball with his fastball 56% of the time, but he's in the strike zone as well. He going out there as well, trying to get ground balls, so I look for him to attack this Rays lineup, trying to induce a lot of ground balls.
A career 4.26 ERA. He's having the best season of his career, 2.84 ERA coming into today's start. That'll do it for another edition of Rays Live, the pregame show. A reminder, if you want to join the fight against ALS, MLB.com/4ALS or go to imals.org.
When Drew and I launched our furniture collection at Rooms to Go, we could only have dreamed of this type of response. Our sofas and sectionals sold faster than we ever imagined. So we're back in Mississippi at the factory to do something long overdue. Say thank you from all of us here at Rooms to Go. Thank you. You've welcomed us into your home in a big way, and we don't take it for granted. But this is just the beginning. This factory and everyone here are truly special. So come see everything we're working on. It's Drew and Jonathan for Rooms to Go.
Dynamic air suspension, all-wheel steering, configurable terrain response, effortless in the extreme.
I'm an Edgewater boat owner, and this is how I built my boat. Knowing that I wanted something bigger for the family and fishing friendly, I went with the 325cc. I checked out the colors, but settled on a clean, white look. And for power, I went with the twin Yamaha 300s. For electronics, I chose the dual 16-inch Garmin's. It was time to add all the bells and whistles, like the super leaning post option. I could start to see my Edgewater come together, imagining my family on it. I submitted the design and received it in a matter of seconds. My boat was made to order, designed by me, with my family in mind.
You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Rays, Magic, and Lightning.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
On this day, MLB commemorates the 4th annual Lou Gehrig Day to promote awareness and funding in the ALS research, looking for a cure. A gorgeous day in Baltimore as the Rays wrap up this series against the Baltimore Orioles. With Doug Wechter, Dwayne Stats, great to have you aboard. Ryan Bass joined us throughout the afternoon as well. Well, the Rays trying to get out of Baltimore with a victory, and they're going to turn to the right-hander Zack Littell to go to the mound to hold this very, very threatening Baltimore lineup.
Yeah, it's all up to Zack Littell to really set the tone for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's done such a good job, probably the most consistent or one of the most consistent starters for the Rays this season. He's coming off of a really good one. Last time out versus Oakland, went 7 innings, 9 punch-outs. The swing and miss has definitely been part of his game this year. 5 of those punch-outs have come on the split finger. I think that split finger is going to be a big factor today, going up against a very hot lineup. And leading the charge for that hot lineup, Ryan Mountcastle. My goodness, this guy's been smoking the ball recently. Last 7 games, .423 average. You see what he's done just in the series alone. 4 for 7 and 2 home runs in yesterday's game with 4 RBIs. So this guy is probably the hottest hitter in a lineup that is full, 1 through 9 of hot hitters. And Zack Littell could have his hands full with this powerful Baltimore lineup.
So it will be the right-hander Littell against Cole Irvin, the lefty. First pitch just moments away. Back with all the action following this.
Looking for the perfect grill? Find yours at Ace, where the perfect grill comes with free assembly and delivery. Find a Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, or Blackstone, and get the one that's right for you. Only at your local Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
For years, alcohol was the only thing I looked forward to. I waited until happy hour to allow myself to feel happy. Now, for the first time in years, I'm in control of my happiness. Breaking the cycle wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Riverside Recovery helped me find freedom.
Now through Monday at Kane's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Kane's Furniture.
Get more for less.
Spam. Don't knock it till you've fried it. Sizzle, pork, and
No cash to close on your dream home? No problem. Zero down home loans are instantly easy. Available for first-time and non-first-time home buyers. Find your perfect home today. GTE Financial, the official credit union of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Fine-tune your auto repair experience at Maurer Repair in Rockledge. We offer quality auto repairs from ASE certified mechanics backed by years of experience. Whether you're coming in for a routine inspection or auto repair, we promise that you will be completely satisfied with our services and competitive prices. At Maurer Repair, we treat every vehicle as their own with a complimentary car wash after each service to make sure your car not only runs right, but is also sparkling clean. Family owned, fine-tuned. Maurer Repair in Rockledge.
Rays baseball is brought to you by the Florida Lottery and by Frontier. Get fiber internet. Good to go. Gorgeous afternoon in Baltimore for the wrap-up game of this series. Rays trying to get out of town with a victory. They come in 28-31, and Baltimore 37-19. And we'll take a look at the lineup for the Rays, brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Yandy Diaz will be at the top of the lineup, coming off a 3 RBI day in yesterday's game. Rosarena, Ramirez, Paredes, Rosario, and Siri down the middle. DeLuca, Caballero, and Jackson, the catcher, will bat ninth against the left-hander Cole Irvin.
Yeah, brought to you by the Morgan Automotive Group, taking the bump for Baltimore. Cole Irvin, 30-year-old left-hander, 5-2 on the year, 2.84 ERA, 36 punch-outs in 11 walks. This is a guy who goes out there and he's looking for more weak contact. He features a lot of command. We'll mix it up right here. 6-pitch mix, 4-seam fastball, 28% of the time. Curveball, a big pitch for him this season, 28% of the time. 2-seamer change. And then the cutter and the slider will come in there as well. Go ahead and set up the defense while we get a second. Brought to you by Yingling. Left to right in the outfield, Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, your center fielder. Anthony Santander over and right. Third to first on the infield. Jordan Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Jorge Mateo, Ryan Mountcastle over at first base, and James McCann behind the plate.
Well, a look into that Baltimore dugout. And Kevin Cash, the manager for the Rays, all set to play ball. That first pitch comes in, and it's a strike call. Brandon Hyde has his team winners in 8 of their last 9, and the Rays looking for a lone victory here in Baltimore. Yandy fouls it back. 2 strikes the count. Yandy in at 243. And a chopper back to the mound. Irvin reaching up to grab that one, and then that little low toss over to first. And Yandy is out number 1.
That's kind of what you're going to see featured from Irvin. You know, he's not going to overpower anybody. He's going to come right at you. Fastball, curveball combination. And there's a lot of command. That's what he does. He wants to just get that weak contact, not really looking for the punch out.
Randy Arozarena up in the number 2 spot today against the lefty. And that pitch is just a little bit upstairs. Paul Clemens calling the balls and strikes. Young umpire out of Oxford, Kansas. Pitch is popped up left side. And that's Henderson, the shortstop, making the call alongside Westberg. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, Irvin making quick work at the top of the order right here. Going out there predominantly fastballs, only 5 pitches in, already 2 outs.
And with the lefty on the mound, Harold Ramirez in the lineup, batting 3rd. And a ground ball to the right side. A little hesitation by Mountcastle. And that goes through, where you could see he had an inclination to try to move to his right and then went over to potentially cover second, but there was nobody to make the pickup.
Yeah, Harold Ramirez wasted no time. Knows it's getaway day. First pitch swinging. Goes out there, goes to the opposite field. Does such a good job against left-handers. I think it kind of goes back to his approach. Always looking to go back up the middle or opposite field when he can.
So Harold aboard. And here's a hot shot foul down that left side off the bat of Isak Paredes. Well, that base hit for Ramirez leaves him 3 hits short of 500 hits in his career. So one step closer.
One step closer, doing so much damage over the course of his career against southpaws. Always known as a really good left-handed hitter or left-handed pitcher. Being able to handle the bat against them.
1-1 the count. Down. That .292 average, good enough for 8th in the league, and it seems Isak, as good as he's been, first inning to the end of the game, he really has been great late in games. High fly ball, left center. Mullins and Hayes converging. It's Mullins, the center fielder, making the call and the catch to retire the Rays. Bottom of the first coming, no score.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. That's just 2.99% APR on the Toyota RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Now at Checkers and Rallies.
Brisket on a burger.
The new barbecue brisket melt for $3.49.
Brisket on a burger.
Genuine, hickory smoked, tender, juicy brisket.
On a burger.
With all the fixins on Texas toast. Just $3.49. And for even more brisket, our new brisket boss switch. With 3 times the sweet and smoky brisket.
Brisket on a bigger burger.
Now, flavorful brisket.
On a burger, we got you.
Only at Checkers and Rallies.
When it comes to beating cancer, your first choice is your best chance. Moffitt Cancer Center brings the highest level of urgency to provide the right diagnosis right away. As Florida's only national comprehensive cancer center, we're fast-tracking revolutionary therapies and pioneering vaccines that enable the life-saving power of prevention. When an accurate diagnosis and therapy matter, choose Moffitt first. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other.
Bottom of inning 1, no score. The lineup for Baltimore, presented by your local Ford dealers. Ryan Mountcastle in that number 3 spot, coming off a big day yesterday, 2 home runs. Just pick a spot in that lineup, though. Henderson, Rushman, then Mountcastle, Santander. They're all dangerous.
It's all powerful, you know, top to bottom, and it's going to be a tough task for Zack Littell taking the mound for Tampa Bay, one of the most consistent starters so far this year. Good numbers, 2-3 with a 3.47, 64 punch-outs to only 10 walks.
And Gunnar Henderson takes the first pitch for a strike.
You see the mix right there. Slider, heavy usage on the slider for good reason. Opponent's hitting under 200 on that pitch. 4-seam splitter, 2-seam sweeper behind that.
Oh, a shot deep to right field, and that ball is gone. He hits it out on to Utah on an 0-1 pitch. That's his 19th home run of the year.
Well, we saw the power in the lineup yesterday from Baltimore, and I'll tell you what, they didn't waste any time today. Leadoff hitter Gunnar Henderson coming in with 18 home runs, launches his 19th right there on the second pitch he sees from Zack Littell. Here's that slider we're just talking about, gets in on the hands, but you see how quick Gunnar Henderson's hands are. And that wasn't a bad pitch. It was just Gunnar Henderson able to get the barrel out in front, put that thing over the wall and right.
7th home run allowed by Littell. And the pitch is a strike, and there's a swing and the flight.
Just such a compact swing on an inside corner pitch. You get a cutter or a slider in on your hands as a left-handed hitter. You got to keep your hands tight to the body.
That's going to be a strike on Rutschman. Chad Fairchild, the crew chief, down at third, says he went around.
You see the lineup doesn't really get any easier from there. Adley Rutschman stepping up. Hit saving 8 of his last 9.
So they hit 4 home runs yesterday. This one is served the other way into left. One big hop into Rosarena on the 0-2 pitch. Has himself a base hit.
Well, they know Zack Littell is going to come right at him. He's not one of those guys who messes around too much. Always in the strike zone. This is a fastball up in the zone, tailing away from him. Adley Rutschman does such a good job of staying quiet throughout the swing, keeping the head very still, not pulling off that ball, but instead going with the pitch and just driving it to the opposite field.
Now Mountcastle, and he takes a strike. Mountcastle with the big day yesterday, 2 home runs. The home run by Henderson off Littell, his second in his career. He came in 1 of 4 against Zack, and now 2 of 5, and both of those hits have been home runs.
Yeah, Mountcastle, one of those consistent bats in this order. And you look at what he's done throughout the year against each pitch type. He's hitting 284 on the fastball, 293 on the breaking ball, and then you look at off speed, it's 333. So he's handling pretty much every kind of pitch that's thrown at him.
Fouls this one away. We'll go back to yesterday.
That was a fastball in. That was around 96, 97. See how compact that swing was. And then the breaking ball, able to stay back on that pitch, show his power off the center field. So see, he is handling each kind of pitch type with power.
And that came on an 0-2 pitch, and now he is out on strikes here. And that's out number 1.
Well, a really nice breaking ball right there from Zack Littell, able to get that swing and miss. And that's a big one, getting that out. And you see, that was actually the split finger. The split finger was so good for him last time out. It's gotten better and better throughout the season. And, boy, I'll tell you what, he's added some depth to that pitch, getting a lot more swing and miss this year than it was to last year.
Now Anthony Santander, he skies this one, a foul ball. Jackson's looking for it back near the screen with room, and he makes the catch for the out. So 2 gone after the home run and the base hit. I'll tell you how tough a league this is. When Littell finished his last outing, his earned run average was 3.03. He didn't pitch until now. And to start the day, his earned run average was 3.47. A scoring change.
Interesting.
Those 3 runs that he gave up, initially called unearned last time out, a little scoring change made them earn when an error was turned into a hit. And so the ERA went from 3.03 to 3.47.
As a former pitcher, can I tell you I'm not a big fan of that?
One strike pitch is fouled out of play by Westberg.
All of a sudden you wake up one morning, you look at your stats, and they're not where you think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough morning.
I'll tell you, all the pitches have been in the strike zone so far, with the exception of that one. He had gone 12 straight pitches for strikes. Down 1-0. Little roller to short. Caballero takes it to Rosario for the forced play. A run on the Henderson home run. 1-0 Baltimore.
When it comes to outdoor furniture, why choose Rooms to Go Patio? Because as America's largest independent furniture company, we have incredible buying power. And with the power to buy comes the power to save. And you know what that means for you. High quality furniture without the high price tag. It's what makes Rooms to Go Patio so special. Great style, affordable prices, and an amazing selection. Experience the power of Rooms to Go Patio for yourself. Shop a showroom near you today.
It's 10 feet. One shot makes you a soup for 24.
Waiting for the break of day. Getting up to splash my face. Wanting just to stay away. Should I try to do so?
Vibrant expressions become the art of connection. From bay to bay, a collective of bioluminescent reflections.
Can I kick it?
Behold the bold, the scrub, the bold. Our history connected, unexpected. Our spirit unleashed, creativity released. Surreal for real, soaring through the sky. Our grit and glow connect these cities where we all thrive.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick
Jimmy Hendricks.
Today across baseball, Lou Gehrig's life, legacy, and of course, his battle with ALS will be honored and remembered across the entire sport. This is the 4th annual Lou Gehrig Day across Major League Baseball, and you'll see a lot of the guys wearing the number 4 decal on their jerseys. Coaches have it as well. It's designed in the Yankee uniform color and font, honoring his life and all of those who have been lost to the disease that bears his name. Jason Adam told me, I can't imagine going through that as a family, so anything we can do to support and raise awareness, we want to do. Zack Littell is honored to represent the Rays on the mound today. The reach we have, it's incredible. Being able to bring awareness to a cause like ALS, it's cool to be the one delivering that. All of the hope, of course, guys, that we can one day find a cure.
Absolutely. There's a ground ball. Mountcastle knocked it down and makes the play unassisted. But when you think of how debilitating that was to a man who they call the Iron Horse, and that's how devastating the disease can be. And when you think about Gehrig's whole story of continuing even after he really didn't know what he had, but he continued to play until he just physically could not play any longer.
Now you see the addition in the booth, number 4.
Number 4, highlighted throughout Major League Baseball.
Stationed right next to our Dwayne Stats. Well, I'll tell you, what an incredible story. And you just start looking up the information on Gehrig, and every year, you know, prior to this day, I kind of do a little research on him and of course what he meant to the game, but you look what he meant to on the field with the Yankees, some of the stats he put up. Just an incredible man, incredible player all around.
Siri pops it up right side, and that's going to be handled by Santander. Mountcastle started out there but could not find it. That was the right fielder's ball anyway. Well, you look at this when he replaced Wally Pipp, and that was the beginning of just an unbelievable stretch and career numbers.
Wally Pipp went to the manager, said he had a headache, could not play that day. That was the last headache he mentioned to his manager.
How amazing that was.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable what he did. And just looking through his years, he was 19 years old when he made his debut. 6-time World Series champion.
Fly ball into center. Mullins is there, and he will make the catch. So 3 up, 3 down go the Rays. 1-0 Baltimore.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your local Chevy dealer.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Tropicana may not have invented orange juice, but in 1954, we found a way to bring fresh-tasting OJ to everyone. And to this day, we squeeze hand-picked oranges, never add sugar, and bring OJ to fridges everywhere. So while we can't say we invented orange juice, we could say brunch wouldn't really be brunch without OJ. So we basically invented brunch. And Saturday morning, fridge chugging. Morning people. And we're not done yet, because we're Tropicana Pure Premium, the juice that starts it all.
Well, today we remember Lou Gehrig and his career and ultimate battle with ALS. As we commemorate that moment right there. You know, we see all of this. His first real national acclaim, interestingly enough, came at Wrigley Field.
Really?
He was 16, 17, playing in a high school game there, and hit a ball out of it. Was Cubs Park at the time, not Wrigley Field. Cubs Park, and that sparked some national attention on him. No one had really ever done that, especially from a high school player. Here's Hayes with a base hit and a leadoff single here in the second inning.
Well, you see pictures of him, you see how big he was in stature. I mean, just a huge guy, built, very built, muscular. Remember, he hit the ball. He was playing in the dead ball era, right? Supposedly the dead ball era, with all these power numbers that he put up. You know, this is an era where the game wasn't known for the offense.
Cedric Mullins. And the first pitch strike.
I checked out, I was looking at, you know, breaking down each one of his years just because I was fascinated by it. 1927, he hit 373 average with 218 hits. Only 101 of them were singles.
Ground ball to first. Yandy goes to second, and the return with Littell on the bag covering, taking the throw from Caballero in a nicely turned double play right there by the Rays.
Well, really good job by Zack, just continuing to pound the strike zone and just getting weak contact. Yandy Diaz doing a good job of turning this ball right here. Goes to the backhand, throws it over the base runner. Caballero able to throw a strike back and get that double play pulled off.
Yeah, I have him for 18 pitches, 17 strikes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ratio. That's called attacking the strike zone.
Jorge Mateo. The pitch is a strike. I can only imagine with all the youth baseball now, and that's why that Cubs Park home run struck me as so unique. He was playing for a New York high school team against a team from Chicago. I think it was Lane Tech, and hit that home run in that competition, and that stirred all the newspapers.
Yeah.
Pitch is down, but a strike.
Got some national attention from then on. Oh boy, he was a polarizing figure. You think about the teams he was on too. I mean, him and Babe Ruth. He was a part of Murderers Row over in New York.
It's going to miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, being in Baltimore, and Babe Ruth from Baltimore.
Yes, right here. In fact, right here is where Babe Ruth's father's, I guess we could call it a bar, a tavern.
Establishment.
Yeah, his establishment.
Was it located? Where was it located?
Right in center field somewhere out there.
Really?
Yeah. So that it's an historic figure and spot for more reasons than just one. And that's where his business was. Ground ball and a nice stop. Caballero trying to get rid of it, but cannot make the throw, and he is hurt. Caballero got rid of that ball while he was still down, and he is in some discomfort out there right now. As the Rays will go out and take a look, but initially that does not look good.
No, just the fact that he was able to get to that ball shows you the range and the effort that Caballero features. You just hope he doesn't roll up on the glove. Let's see what he does right here. Watch that glove hand. Boy, tough to see anything right there. See the effort. This is the effort he gives you on every single play. Ball pops out. Still trying to get that ball over to first base. I can't really tell.
You saw him move to that lower side.
Yeah, it looks like they're checking the chest rib cage area. Definitely in some discomfort.
See on that left side there. And what you're hoping, well, they'll check him out to make sure he's okay. Sometimes you get a little blow like that and it
takes the wind out of you.
Knocks the wind right out of you.
And here's another look. Kevin Cash giving the thumbs up. That's a really good sign because you look at the range, look at the effort he's giving you. Even in that pain, he's still trying to get the ball off to first base to get the out. See, immediately grabs his stomach.
You know, that's interesting to try to figure out exactly what happened there. We saw the dive, and
yeah, looking at the side, you're always worried about the oblique area. He's grabbing at it right there. But you talk about a tough guy.
You know, he went down more on that right side, but it was the twist on the left side that created the discomfort, it appears.
Yeah, you just never know. Guy plays that hard. Sometimes you do end up with a couple of small injuries, and hopefully this one won't bother him. But you love the effort. You got to love the effort from Caballero. On the bases, in the field, at the plate.
And a move to first. Back in, Mateo.
Well, it's a good idea from Zack Littell, knowing Mateo and that speed. Very aggressive on the bases. Double-digit steals so far this year.
10 of 11. And that pitch a little wide. James McCann, the catcher, batting out of the 9th spot. And a throw down to first, and he is back in there. Rays keeping close watch on Mateo.
Yeah, very aware of Mateo. Bottom of his order has some speed. Cedric Mullins and then Jorge Mateo. You see Mateo get there. Tell you what. Almost had him.
Now he goes, and the pitch hit over the mound. Picked up by Rosario with a toss to first to retire the side. No runs, a man left. We go to the third. It's 1-0 Baltimore.
Give me that gooey, gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth-watering. Give me that creamy, dreamy, meaty, topping, pepperoni popping. Give me that crispy, Kobe, only Papa John's. Better get you some. Try the trio before it's gone.
Sí, ¿vos de qué parte sos?
Yo de aquí.
Ah, mira.
¿Tú de qué parte eres?
Del norte.
Thank you so much for the care and kindness shown to our mother.
Your attention to Pops greatly assisted his peaceful and painless transition, which gave us comfort.
Everyone has been so kind, loving, and compassionate.
And thank you for taking care of us, too.
I could not have managed without you.
Our dedicated team provides compassionate hospice and palliative care, ensuring your loved one's comfort and dignity. When you need care, compassion, and support, trust St. Francis Reflections.
Fine-tune your auto repair experience at Maurer Repair in Rockledge. We offer quality auto repairs from ASE certified mechanics backed by years of experience. Whether you're coming in for a routine inspection or auto repair, we promise that you will be completely satisfied with our services and competitive prices. At Maurer Repair, we treat every vehicle as our own with a complimentary car wash after each service to make sure your car not only runs right, but is also sparkling clean. Family owned, fine-tuned. Maurer Repair in Rockledge.
Well, back to Camden Yards and the Toyota keys for Cole Irvin. You go into that pitch mix usage, the curveball. You look at the usage last year, only 14% of the time, least used pitch out of everything he was throwing. This year, totally different story. 28% of the time he is using that second most used pitch after the fastball. And he loves throwing that pitch, specifically against left-handers, but can go against left-handers or right-handers with it. One of his better pitches, and that's one of the reasons he's been off to such a good start this year.
Well, the Rays are down by 1. Caballero is going to lead it off, and he swings, fouling that pitch back. Strike 1. So after that little discomfort in the field in the bottom of the second inning, of course he would lead off.
Yeah, why not? Well, he's got 2 hits on the series. He's also got a walk and an RBI. One of those guys just love to see him get on base.
And he puts down a bunt and heads down to first. The throw from Westberg is in time. And Caballero is the first out, trying to bunt his way aboard.
Not a bad thought. I mean, Westberg was playing back, or at least even with the bag, but as soon as he saw, watch right here, you see him square. Westberg comes charging in. Really, really good play. And that's bang, bang over to first base with Caballero's speed, but Westberg able to make it.
Here's Jackson fouling it back. Alex Jackson at 0-29. He's under it. A popper into short right. And Santander has a lot of time to get there. 2 up and 2 down on this Lou Gehrig day. Join Major League Baseball and the fight against ALS. To learn more, just visit MLB.com/4ALS. Couple of quick outs here. And the first pitch strike into Yandy Diaz. Both these pitchers throwing a ton of strikes here early.
Filling up the zone. 18 for 23. 18 strikes at 23 pitches for Irvin.
1-1.
Just on attack mode.
This went into right center field. That's going to be in there and go all the way back to the wall. Yandy on his way to second with his 11th double of the year. Coming on the heels of a triple and a walk yesterday. He has hits in all 3 games of this series.
Yeah, there's the breaking ball we were talking about. More usage of that pitch for Cole Irvin, but Yandy does such a good job staying back right here. You see all that weight. Stay back, stay on that pitch, drive it to the right center gap for the extra base hit. That was really nice work by Yandy Diaz. Starting to go the opposite way with some pop.
His triple was to right field yesterday. Now the double. In fact, the base hit he had here on Friday was a single to right. 1-0 the count to Rosarena. Too wide.
Well, this is the guy the Rays would love to get going. Perfect time for it. Going up against the Baltimore Orioles, career over 1,000 OPS in 50+ games.
And there, that off speed 2-0 had him out in front. 2-1.
This is just at Camden yards. Look at these numbers, Dwayne.
Yep, I mean, he's loved to play here.
Yeah, he's one of the only right-handed batters who loves coming here.
He's under this one, skies it toward left center. Mullins angling back, is there in front of the track to make the catch. Rays leave a man. 3rd inning brought to you by Cain's Furniture.
Now through Monday at Cain's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Cain's Furniture.
Get more for less.
When challenges arise, you rise above. When the future is uncertain, your courage runs deep. And where selflessness meets action, you thrive. Inspired by those who lead, by putting others first, our Ford vehicles stand ready. Just announced, military, all veterans, and first responders get an extra $1,000 exclusive cash. See your local Ford dealer today.
Vibrant expressions become the art of connection. From bay to bay, a collective of bioluminescent reflections.
Can I kick it?
Behold the bold, the scrub, the bold. Our history connected, unexpected. Our spirit unleashed, creativity released. Surreal for real. Soaring through the sky. Our grit and glow connect these cities where we all thrive.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick?
What do you need? I got you.
Base hit off the breaking pitch. Siri comes through.
I give you now, but I can give you more.
Gunnar Henderson, the focus of the Florida Lottery jackpot stats, and boy, he has piled them up. Not only last year as the Rookie of the Year, but he has picked up and moved on as this season quickly underway. Look at that, 19 home runs. Number 19 came in the first inning on the second pitch he saw.
It seems like Baltimore hit the lottery picking this guy in the second round.
Here's a strike.
This is a home run. This is a slider inside corner. Just gets the barrel out. Such a compact swing. See the loft it creates, the lift. And there's one of those guys, it's interesting. He hits the secondary pitches so much better than the fastball. Coming in, he's only hitting 215 off the fastball, but off the breaking ball and the off speed, much, much better.
And there's a base hit through the middle. He just continues to get on base. Leadoff single. And here's the frustrating thing a little bit. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. He was a second-round pick, 42nd pick overall. The Rays AA team's in Montgomery, Alabama. That's where he was born. Went to high school in Selma.
It would have been so easy.
Yeah, so
just come on, just give him a uniform.
That's right. Let's start him at AA.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's having no problem in the big leagues now.
Rushman, the pitch is a strike. It's fouled right back. 0-2.
Well, here's one of the differences we've seen from Zack Littell from last year to this year. Command's been about the same. He's always been so good with the command, but he's got a lot more swing and miss this season when you compare it to last year. That split finger, a big reason for it. Also the slider, though, a little bit more movement on that slider. Yeah, check this out. Look at the whiff rate from last year to this year, Dwayne. The slider and the splitter. So both secondary pitches, although he throws the slider more than any other pitch, you see the whiff rate. So the swing and miss rate up on both these pitches, up 10% on the split finger alone. And that's the biggest difference for me.
Lifted into center field. Jose Siri is right there for it. That's out number one.
And I think that's how Zack Littell has really elevated his game. You know, always attacking these hitters, creating a lot of weak contact. But now that you got swing and miss added in, he's become that much better and that much more effective. You look at the movement on those pitches, he's added a couple inches of drop to the slider, so vertical drop, a couple inches of movement to the split finger as well. Just starting to rack up more punch outs.
Ryan Mountcastle. That pitch just missed down.
Another thing I really like about Littell is just how compact that delivery is.
1-1.
Always working out of the stretch. Just keeps everything very simple. When you keep things simple and compact, that's how you become repeatable with your mechanics. And when you're repeatable with your mechanics in an athletic position, you're going to throw a ton of strikes.
Sky to right. DeLuca coming in, much better angle. Rosario is headed out there, but DeLuca handles that. So 2 gone here. Well, and you look at Littell, you know, he turned out to be what a great pickup by the Rays. They seemingly do this with regularity. And, you know, he'd had a couple stops in the big leagues with Minnesota and San Francisco. briefly with Boston, and the Rays added him.
I remember when he was telling me how Kyle Snyder asked if he wanted to be a starter. He said, hey, what do you think about having your own day? He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Hasn't gone back since.
I mean, you have to love that. Over to first and back in, where the Rays are so adept at identifying a method to success. And the runner takes off speed pitch, and that throw pops away and slides into center field. That ball, Jackson just lost the grip on that ball, and he airmailed that one.
Well, heavy play right here by Caballero. Caballero fakes the tag and holds it on Henderson, and the reason that Henderson in the third watch is see Caballero hold that tag like he has the ball. That's the only reason he tricked Gunnar Henderson into thinking that he had the ball, and that's why Gunnar Henderson is not standing on third base. Smart play right there by your shortstop, Caballero.
2-0 to Santander. 2-1. Home runs on the year for Santander, including one in the first inning yesterday. And that's a base hit, lined into right. DeLuca with the pickup. The throw cut off as the run scores. Henderson crossing the plate. It's 2-0 Baltimore. And Santander continues to be a tough out for the Rays.
Well, Santander coming in to this series was not hitting the ball well, but since then he's raised his average 14 points going into today, just over the last 2 games, and because of hits like this, he goes to the pull side, able to drive that ball, get the barrel out front. He's known as a pull hitter, pulls the ball over 40% of the time, so that's exactly what he's trying to do, get up on that plate and drive it to right field.
Westberg fouls it back, and I'll tell you, look at the multi-level, multi-faceted player Henderson is. He has scored both runs, one on a home run, the other one a single, stolen base, and then a 2-out base hit scores him. 0-2 now.
What you're talking about is one of the best leadoff hitters in the game.
Yep.
I mean, what he just finds ways to get on base. You see him running. He's so athletic. You see the strides that he's taking, how quick he can move around the bags. He's also a really heady player and goes and understands the game of baseball. I mean, he's kind of got it all.
1 ball, 2 strikes. There, 2-2. Westberg stepping back. That's foul, catching part of Paul Clemens in that mask.
Zack Littell working with that quick tempo, always pounding the strike zone. You know, they always talk about the mantra that Kyle Snyder tells these guys is it's a race to 2 strikes. Littell definitely taking that to heart.
Almost a little piece of that with a foul it by Westberg.
There's big Kyle Snyder right there. You were talking about the Rays being able to identify talent, bring them in and make them, you know, that much better, bring them to the next level. I think that they do such a good job on levels, really. They're, first of all, identifying the talent to bring in.
Base hit through the middle. Santander turns second, but holds. And Westberg is aboard.
Westberg had himself a good day yesterday, and here you see it coming off that split finger. Just caught a little bit too much plate, stayed a little bit too much elevated. Westberg just stays on that, drives it up the middle, not trying to do too much with that.
And a conference on the hill.
This baseball season, Suncoast Credit Union is donating $90 to local nonprofits for every hit from the Tampa Bay Rays. Still counts.
7 hits now for Baltimore. 2 outs into the third. 10 hits yesterday, 11 in the game on Friday. But Austin Hayes will bat after the visit. Westberg at first base, Santander at second. Inside with the pitch.
A couple good takes right there. Split finger down in the zone. Pretty good depth to it. Hayes finding himself in a nice hitter's count.
And a big cut.
That shows you.
Dropped out of sight.
Yeah, that shows you the strength of Zack Littell in that command, right? 2-0 pitch. He's doing a split finger. Starts middle. Looks identical to a fastball and just breaks underneath the hands of the batter.
And the misses down as Hayes lays off. 3-1. Short, and the force at second will end the inning. A run crosses the plate, 2 men left, and it's 2-0 Baltimore.
If we've learned anything in the past few years, it's that home is everything. It's our office, our playground, our getaway, and even our spa. From the hustle of the day to winding down for story time. When you show your home love with natural gas, your home loves you right back. Now get even more back by installing energy-efficient natural gas appliances that add value to your home.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger. Or you can settle for a drive-thru. Plus, get fries, a drink, and bottomless chips and salsa for just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
The Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Lease a Tucson for $199 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Plus military personnel get an additional $500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Can I have some Mike's, please?
Was this guy's day hard enough for a Mike's Hard Lemonade, Hank?
I don't know. Was it? Hop to it, bunny boy.
Hard days deserve a hard lemonade.
Choose Winters and Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you. Let our aggressive attorneys represent you for your personal injury case. Our firm will send an attorney, not an investigator, legal assistant, or paralegal. Winters and Yonker.
Well, if you want to be successful, here's a big part of it. The Orioles 14-0-5 in their last 19 series against teams inside the American League East. Now that dates back into last year. But boy, you talk about a route to success.
Well, that is just domination. Consistent domination.
Harold Ramirez up here with a count of 1-1. So this year against the East, and see they're 2 games back of New York, and it'll be interesting to see how this race pans out. Baltimore is 11-3 inside the East, and the Yankees 8-8.
We've seen the Yankees already this season. This is the first time we're seeing Baltimore. To me, Baltimore has a better lineup top to bottom.
Down to third, a little problem on the attempt to scoop by Westberg, and Ramirez is aboard. Well, how about Aaron Judge last night? The heat continues from Judge.
That's in 1 month.
Yep.
1 month. His OPS is almost 1,500. 27 RBI in 28 games. You kidding me?
Strike one to Isaac Paredes.
You know how I'd pitch him right now? 4 straight out of the zone. You can take it. Take first base.
Ramirez at first on the infield hit. This one is fouled by Paredes. 0-2. Yeah, you couldn't be much hotter than Judge. He's unbelievable right now.
But he can just cover everything too. He's so big.
1-2 on Isaac.
He's got that swing that can carry the outside corner, inside corner, up, down, doesn't matter. And he's playing in a ballpark that is conducive for home runs. You know, last time I seen a hitter that hot, I remember when we pitched against Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds came into town against the Rays when he was Barry Bonds, right?
That's a liner into left. That will stay up and is caught by Hayes. One away.
And we had, you know, scouting reports coming in, and advanced scouts would tell us, you know, where the hot zone is, where the cold zone is, you know, how to pitch to this guy. The only time I ever heard this in my life was when Barry Bonds came to play us. He was with San Francisco, and essentially they told us, hey, if there's any way to walk this guy, walk him. Do not throw to him right now. Yep. He has no cold zone anywhere.
There's a line drive, base hit off the bat of Rosario, swinging at the first pitch, and the Rays collect their second hit of the inning, their 4th hit of the game.
Now, this is a breaking ball. One of Irvin's better pitches, but that one hung. Rosario doing a good job. Watch how he stays back right there. Stays back with his weight. Doesn't shift forward until the bat goes through the zone.
Well, through all of this, a 2-0 game. And the Rays have put runners on in 3 of the first 4 innings. Upstairs to Jose Siri.
Love to see Jose Siri continue with that momentum. Last 5 games, he's hitting over 350. Creating some hard contact. Base hit in yesterday's game.
He's under this one. Lifts it into right. Santander is there to make the catch. A tag at second. Ramirez on his way to third, and he will advance without a play. So men on the corners with 2 outs for Johnny DeLuca. The Rays would like to see DeLuca get hot. Pinch hit yesterday, had the wanted bat, and was 0 for 1 on a strikeout, and 0 for 3 with a walk in the game Friday. And he puts down a bunt, foul. So the element of surprise in that.
Well, no doubt. I mean, this is a straight bunt for a hit. And you see Westberg defensively is playing way back, not expecting a bunt at all. But knowing DeLuca's speed, you know, this is where Westberg is right there. So if you see him, and DeLuca's smart enough to notice, If he's that far back, you drop one down the third base side, you can get a base hit out of that pretty easy.
And he shoots this one foul just outside of third. 0-2. Runner takes off, the throw down to second, and they're gonna get it. Well, that pitch up, an easy pitch to throw on, and Rosario trying to steal is caught for the 4th time this year. And the Rays run themselves out of the inning, and you can see that pitch up. Perfect to throw. Mateo put the tag on it.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with the new My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate solo meal. Get a personal pan pizza or melts and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one out Pizza Hut.
Spectrum Mobile's new deal is so good it's a work of art.
Love the minimalism.
Yeah, unlimited mobile for $25 per line is a great price. $25 per line? That's less than what I'm paying.
Yeah, for new and existing customers.
Huh. That's bold.
Switch to Unlimited Plus for just $25 per line with free roaming in Mexico and Canada. And now it's easier than ever to switch to Spectrum Mobile. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Plus, upgrade your phone anytime as many times as you want for any reason with free anytime upgrade. Call 1-877-775-2383. Get the phone you want every season, every month, even every single day with free anytime upgrade.
That's spectacular.
Switch to Unlimited Plus for $25 per line with no contracts. And we'll even pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Call 1-877-775-2383 or visit a Spectrum store.
Whoa.
Is this work of art moving you to switch to Spectrum?
Absolutely.
Well, let's get you signed up.
Vibrant expressions become the art of connection. From bay to bay, a collective of bioluminescent reflections.
Can I kick it?
Behold the bold, the scrub, the bold. Our history connected, unexpected. Our spirit unleashed, creativity released. Surreal for real, soaring through the sky. Our grit and glow connect these cities where we all thrive.
Can I kick it? Can I kick?
Show your true colors with the Rays. Saturday, the first 12,000 fans receive a Rays Pride jersey presented by Chevrolet. Make your weekend brighter. Get your tickets at RaysBaseball.com. Bottom of the 4th inning finds Cedric Mullins fouling one away. Mullins grounding into a double play his first time up there. One and one. Two balls and a strike. And it's a liner the other way. Paredes right there. And Mullins is out, number 1. Well, a lot of strikes by both these pitchers. And, you know, with all of that, I mean, that ball's going to be in the zone more and great chance to put it into play. But just a quick look, only one strikeout.
Yeah, one strikeout. Looks like Mateo might have been taken out of the game here.
Yeah, they're going to lift Mateo. Urias will hit for him. And you can see Mateo in the dugout, and he's removed from the game. Pitch is down. Urias in the game in the opener of this series. That's a strike, 1-1. So we'll see what kind of word we get on that. One ball, 2 strikes.
He's definitely got a lot of attention over there.
And a wave and miss, so 2 gone. Well, he was involved on the put out side of that caught stealing in the top of the inning when Rosario was breaking. And he took the throw down there, and you can see him holding his head.
Yeah, you wonder if something's going on with his head. But either way, really nice split finger right here. Zack Littell continuing to go to work against these Orioles. And again, that split finger, one of the better pitches for him here recently. Last time out, had 9 punch outs, 5 of them came on the splitter.
Pitch up and in to McCann. And now 1-0 the count to McCann. There's a liner into left center field. Siri's going to cut it off. McCann with a big turn at first, and he's going to go right back to the bag and not challenge Siri out there. So a 2-out single into left center field for James McCann.
Yeah, Siri give him a little stare down, wondering why he took that big of a turn. And here you see getting on the side of that slider, just not breaking to the outside corner enough. That one stays a little bit too much middle. McCann able to drive that ball out to center field.
Gunnar Henderson will get an at bat here in the 4th inning. Up the right side, jumping on the first pitch, down the line, and it hooks foul into the screening for a strike. So back to first goes McCann.
Well, 3rd time through the order. So far, Henderson 2 for 2 with a bomb and a base hit.
One. Now to play the other way, now 1-2.
Then got him to 2 strikes. You wonder if that split finger is going to come back into play. Highest whiff rate out of any one of Zack Littell's pitches.
And just missed.
Now there it was. That was a really good take by Gunnar Henderson. I mean, that was exactly where you want that pitch. If you're Zack Littell, just looking like a strike at the bottom of the zone and then bottoming out.
2-2, and he comes back with it, and another take.
Yeah, and again, another good pitch, but just Gunnar Henderson seeing the ball really, really well right now up at the plate.
And that is ball 4. Close pitch, and you could see Littell asking, was it outside? As Henderson is on for the 3rd time. And let's take a look with Mateo on deck. And he got hit there on the backswing as he was moving into the on-deck circle.
Oh, man. That is just unfortunate.
And as a result, he's been removed from the game. There's a strike to Rutschman.
Man, you just hope he's okay. I wish him well.
2 on, 2 out. Ground ball. It's going to go through the right side. McCann's going to head to the plate. The throw will be to second, with Henderson moving to 3rd, and Rutschman drives in the run. It's 3-0.
Oh, been staying very, very hot. Has hit safe in 8 of his last 9 games coming in, and goes out there, finds a ball he can pull, stays on it, drives it just past Yandy Diaz. Able to play another run for these Baltimore Orioles. This lineup just, boy, it's relentless, top to bottom.
The top 2 spots in the lineup have had 6 plate appearances. They've been on 5 times.
5 times. Scored 2 runs.
Here's Mountcastle, first and third. It's foul back.
This might be the hottest hitter of the lineup right now. 423 over his last 7 games coming in. Had those 2 home runs yesterday.
And he came into the game in the top 10 in the league in hitting. High pop fly, short right. That's Rosario out from second to make the catch. Baltimore adding a run, leaving 2, and it's a 3-0 game through 4.
Promise me you won't touch anything? Well, unless they ask me to.
He won't. We're here at the Rooms to Go factory in Mississippi to show you just what it takes to bring our Drew and Jonathan furniture collection to life. From frame to fabric, it's all possible thanks to dedicated craftspeople and precision machinery working in perfect harmony. It's how Rooms to Go delivers great quality at such an affordable price fast. So come see everything we're working on at a Rooms to Go near you. He said he wasn't going to touch anything. I lied.
First, we did the impossible. Then you ate so many of the impossible that we completely ran out. And now, they're back! The footlong cookie is back at Subway.
No cash to close on your dream home? No problem. 0 down home loans are instantly easy. Available for first-time and non-first-time home buyers. Find your perfect home today. GTE Financial, the official credit union of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
It's not easy. Not everyone can do it. You have to be bold to be at the top. To be one of America's leading research universities. To generate an annual economic impact of $6 billion. And to be 20 NCAA Division I teams strong. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Bulls' impact on Tampa Bay is boundless. Join us. Be bold.
Some good news on the injury front for the Rays. They are close to getting starter Zack back at the top of their rotation. He threw a 40-pitch bullpen session today in Baltimore pregame. Said, I feel good and checked all the boxes that I need to get back, Eflin said, with the potential for him to start on Wednesday against the Marlins, but that is not yet set in stone. I recovered really well from my last bullpen, he said, so at this point, it's take the training wheels off and go. But even before Eflin's return, we could see Josh Lowe recalled to start that Miami series after tomorrow's off day. He's playing for Durham today. If he feels well, the hope is he'll be back in the lineup Tuesday. Assuming no setbacks, guys, we could have 2 key pieces back for when Baltimore comes to Tampa Bay next weekend.
Here's a fly ball off the bat of DeLuca. Pretty well tagged. That ball all the way to the wall, and it's Mullins leaping to make the catch. A long drive, and boy, it has been a tough stretch for DeLuca. And when you hit one like that and you have that kind of play made on you, you have to scratch your head a little bit.
You just think, what can you do? Watch Mullins track this ball all the way out, find the fence, gets up to the wall, and works it absolutely perfectly. Timing this jump, watch the timing of the jump. That was a no-doubt home run that he took away from Johnny DeLuca.
Caballero fouls it back, strike 1. Yeah, those little steps right there at the end.
So good at working the wall out here. We've seen him make a lot of really good plays, especially in Camden yards.
1-1. Let's take another look at the footwork here on this.
Right there, a little stutter step as he gets to the warning track so he can time up that leap perfectly. He does it. Cole Irvin, of course, is going to put his hands up, thanking the center fielder, taking that one back. And poor DeLuca hit that pretty much to the deepest part of the park.
Absolutely. It's 410 out there.
You put a charge into it like that, you got to think it's gone.
Foul back by Caballero.
And Mullen's just such a good athlete. One of those guys who's always, anytime he's on base, he's a threat to steal. And you see him in center field making plays like that.
Mullins with a little cha-cha-cha step routine out there.
Put your dancing shoes on?
He can cover the ground, and he did there to the chagrin of Johnny DeLuca.
It's got to be the best feeling in the world for an outfielder.
There's a line drive and a base hit to left by Caballero. So the Rays pick up their 5th hit. Still trying to put some offense together.
Well, nice job right here. Caballero staying on that pitch. Just getting enough barrel to it to drive it to the pull side. Rays have been able to create traffic, last couple days. 10 hits in yesterday's game.
Strike to Jackson. Bounce it. Now he's behind 0-2.
Well, that was a good little report from Ryan. Good news coming.
Oh,
you get
absolutely great news.
Boy, you get those two guys.
Foul back. You get Josh Lowe and Eflin back.
Yep, 2 big names. Love to see them back fully healthy. Eflin means such a big part to this rotation. Had a career year last year, 16 wins. You talk about Josh Lowe. Boy, what a season he had last year. He's one of those true 5-tool athletes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's pretty much what the Rays saw in him from the time they signed him.
Yep.
They have been impressed with him all the way through, and now it's a matter of staying healthy.
Yeah, no doubt. You put Josh Lowe in the outfield and give him some consistent at bats. Those numbers were tremendous last year.
Close there, and Irvin thought he might have had the corner close. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missing the inside corner. When you're around the plate as much as Irvin is, a lot of times you'll get that pitch.
Jackson fouls it. Maybe that was the catcher courtesy call.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Sometimes
you got to work together. You got to be back behind the plate. You don't want to hear it from Jackson next time he goes back there.
That's right. He fouls it back. Well, if any position player should get a courtesy call here and there,
they deserve it.
Get the benefit of the doubt. It would be the catchers on behalf of the plate umpires.
Yeah, you know who I always like talking to Charlie Relaford back when we're home, the home plate supervising umpire, and all the times he talked to a lot of these catchers. He'd give me the conversations. A lot of things you can't really repeat on air. But I mean, look, the catcher and the umpire a lot of times are conversational, and
sure.
You want to be right. You want to know where certain pitches miss, certain pitches are on the plate. You want to work together a little bit to a certain degree.
That's a hot shot. It skips past Urias up that left field line. Caballero's digging for third, and a base hit for Jackson. And the Rays have men on the corners.
That was a pretty good at bat. Just as we were talking about it, taking some close pitches and then finding a pitch that he can drive, a breaking ball up in the zone, able to turn on this thing, creating some hard contact. Just past Urias.
Well, Jackson snaps an 0 for 30. And that can't be easy to go through.
Oh, it's got to feel good going to first base.
Absolutely. So with only 1 out, first and third for the top of the order, and that's Yandy Diaz, who's been swinging the bat well in recent times up there.
Yeah, Yandy's showing some pop here the last couple days. He got that triple yesterday, drove in 3 runs, got the double today. He's one of those guys that he's made a big adjustment. You're talking about the first part of the year when he struggled through April, and then you see what he's done in May, and you just look at what he's done to the East. How about these numbers?
How about this? No, how about this? They have just given Urias an error on that.
Did they really?
On behalf of Alex Jackson,
boy,
someone has to go over and have a discussion with the official score.
Oh.
You just can't do that.
Yeah.
Here's Yandy Diaz, and the pitch is a strike. I'm not changing it in the scorebook just yet.
Yeah, let's give him a hit either way. I mean, he smokes this ball. Urias, I don't even think he touched it. Wasn't able to knock that thing down. It had to be around 95 to 100 off the bat.
Hard hit ball, a lot of top spin.
Can we talk to the score?
Yeah.
Bring up our defense.
Yeah. We got to be really careful about that.
Well, he's shaking his head. He's frustrated. You can see it.
Absolutely. No, that's on general principles. We're going to leave it in our book as a base hit. Fly ball into right. Santander lines up to make the catch. Tag at third. Caballero will head to the plate, and the Rays have a run out. Jackson trying to go to second, and he is safe at second base. So the Rays get a run, and Jackson moves into scoring position on the fly ball off the bat of Yandy Diaz. So the Rays are on the board.
Well, great job by Yandy Diaz. Here you see Santander getting underneath it. He has a cannon of an arm, bringing it home, and McCann's going to go to second base. Gunnar Henderson thinks he has him. At this point in time, you'll watch Gunnar. Gunnar goes to the dugout, says that he got him. I think he might have tagged him right there on the helmet. And they are going to review it, looks like.
So we'll see here on the review.
Well, either way, good job by Yandy Diaz, just doing what he needed to do to get that run across the board.
And I did get the feeling, and I'd have to look at the replay to make sure. I did get the feeling that, you know, Jackson had to wait to make sure the ball was going to go through.
He did.
But I thought there was a beat or two that went by before he took off.
Yeah. And, of course, being a catcher, he's not the fastest.
That's right.
So going out there, I mean, all I'll tell you is it's hard to read the reactions of the players because they always think they get the out, right?
After review, the call in the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Baltimore has lost their challenge.
So academic now is Alex Jackson moves up to second.
Well, here it is again. Santander airmailing the cutoff man right there, allowing Alex Jackson to move up to second base. Henderson thinks he got him, but Jackson gets underneath the slide. Right there.
And here's a strike to Randy Arozarena. Too high. 1-1.
Love to see Randy find a way to make that run count. Alex Jackson moving up to second base, getting into scoring position.
Two balls, one strike. Arozarena came into this game 3 of 8 in his career against Irvin. 0 for 2 today. And a takedown right there to run the count to 3-1 on the off speed.
Really nice take right there. And what I've seen from Randy, at least over the last couple days, is he's starting to take pitches that are really close, starting to see the ball a little bit better. Hopefully that's a good sign.
And he draws the walk. So the Rays now with 2 men aboard for Harold Ramirez. And the Orioles are going to talk it over. They do have some stirring in the bullpen, but nobody actually throwing yet. 50-50 charity raffle for the next Rays home game is open. Take advantage of early bird pricing. Get 2-for-1 tickets before the first pitch. Play now to get your best odds at raysbaseball.com/50-50.
Well, it's a good time to go talk to Cole Irvin, because you got obviously Harold Ramirez stepping up the plate. Does such a good job against lefties. 2 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, and he's 3 for 6 in his career against Cole Irvin. So we'll see how this works out.
It was interesting. I was digging into the stats on Ramirez, and specifically against left-handers. He's hitting fastballs at a 300 clip against lefties. The breaking ball, he's hitting 357. And now remember, Cole Irvin, what he likes to throw against right-handers is that breaking ball.
Yeah, he's thrown it more this year than ever before.
So it'll be interesting if he goes off of those 2 pitches. Of course, Ramirez seen them both real well.
And a ground ball down to third. Scoop by Urias, and the throw to first. Close. Well, Ramirez just a little late in getting to first, hustling down that line. Rays pick up a run. They're on the board. TV timeout brought to you by your local GMC dealer.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get 6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
Looking for the perfect grill? Find yours at Ace, where the perfect grill comes with free assembly and delivery. Find a Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, or Blackstone, and get the one that's right for you. Only at your local Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS. Rolaids dual active formula begins to neutralize acid on contact. Rolaids spells relief.
Vibrant expressions become the art of connection. From bay to bay, a collective of bioluminescent reflections.
Can I kick it?
Behold the bold, the scrub, the bold. Our history connected, unexpected. Our spirit unleashed, creativity released. Surreal for real, soaring through the sky. Our grit and glow connect these cities where we all thrive.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Well, yesterday, Anthony Santander is going to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. In the first inning, hit one out on to Utah. And that's overall pretty select company. Santander leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. And I guess there's already a time violation here, and so Littell is going to start working to Santander with a 1-0 count. A 2-0, and they put the temporary marker out there for Santander. They've just it's like you plant a seed and it grows. He sends this one high and deep and well foul. 2-1. The 10th time he has deposited a home run out there on Utah. Now 3-1. Chris Davis topping that list with 11.
Well, I got to face Chris Davis a few times.
High shot, center field. Siri Not yet to the track, but he started to feel for the wall just in case. And Santander is out number 1 in the 5th.
And Santander, one of those guys, he's just such a big power threat, and he's been here. I want to say he's the most tenured Oriole at this point in time on the roster, and he's been a staple in this lineup for the last 5-6 years.
Here's Westberg. Upstairs. Westberg 1 for 2. That's a strike. Yeah, but speaking of Santander, you know, he was a Rule 5 guy. They got him out of the Cleveland organization. And you talk about guys who really pay off, work out well from the Rule 5 draft.
Well, just take advantage of an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of what baseball is. You get the opportunity, you want to run with it, and that's what he has done. Similar to Lou Gehrig. Maybe not the same numbers. That's what Lou Gehrig did.
Ground ball. Caballero will take care of that one, and Westberg is out number 2. Austin Hayes. Hayes had a base hit in the 2nd. Liner into left. That's going to hang up and be caught by a Rosarena. And a 1-2-3 inning for the first time for Littell today.
The new Ultimate Cookie Blizzard from DQ is a total power move. Made with Oreo, Chips Ahoy, and Nutter Butter.
What are you doing?
Okay, major power move. Hurry in for the new Ultimate Cookie Blizzard, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
When challenges arise, you rise above. When the future is uncertain, your courage runs deep. And where selflessness meets action, you thrive. Inspired by those who lead, by putting others first, our Ford vehicles stand ready. Just announced, military, all veterans, and first responders get an extra $1,000 exclusive cash. See your local Ford dealer today.
There's a lot of things you're good at. So what do you like to do that you want to do for the rest of your life?
And get paid.
At Eastern Florida State College, there's so many choices. With more than 100 career and technical programs to choose from, like aerospace and engineering technologies, aviation, welding, public safety, and more. There's definitely one you'll be good at. Learn at your own pace, in person, online, day or night.
What are you good at?
So come on, let's get started.
I was on my Harley going to see my wife when a man ran a stop sign, causing me to lay my bike down.
I knew my husband was going to need a lawyer, so I called Dan Newland, and I'm so thankful I did. In the end, Dan got my husband $1.5 million, and that money has really helped my husband.
If you've been involved in a car accident, I'll fight hard to win big for you, too. Call me Saturday or Sunday at 407-888-8000.
I'd like to thank Dan and his team for doing an amazing job to help me.
Sunday, June 9th, first 5,000 fans 14 and under receive Isak Paredes socks presented by Morgan Automotive Group. Get your tickets at raysbaseball.com. Isak Paredes leads off and fouls it straight back. I'm not sure that they are actually Paredes socks per se, but in the style of Isak Paredes.
He's got some big feet. I don't know if his socks would fit most people.
0-2.
I did like the picture on him. For a guy who doesn't ever wear socks, talking about myself, I think I'd sport those.
And a high popper short right. Santander with the better angle makes the catch. Isak is out number 1 in the 6th.
Well, Cole Irvin continuing to go to work on this lineup from Tampa Bay, just pounding the strike zone, getting ahead of a lot of hitters, and then coming off of that with these good mix. He's just not sitting fastball, not just fastball curveball, but he's utilizing his secondary pitches in the zone the entire time.
Ahmed Rosario looks at strike one. 1 for 2. That's a hot shot toward the left field line. Hayes will have to angle to get to it. And now Rosario digs for 2, and he's in there ahead of the throw. A 1-out double, second hit of the game for Rosario. And the Rays have an opportunity here.
Well, great job by Rosario. Not just putting this ball in play. First of all, he's able to do that. You see the breaking pitch coming in to the hands. He pulls it because of that. His quick hands, able to swing that bat, get that barrel out front. But he's thinking 2 outside the box. As soon as that ball is in play, he's thinking he can get to second base, and that's the only reason he was able to get there.
Well, Jose Siri fouls it back. Well, the Rays, after 4, found themselves down 3-0. It's 3-1 right now, and an opportunity in the 6th inning to cut into that 2-run deficit. 0-2 on Siri. High popper toward the line. That's Henderson out there, still drifting on it. And he makes the catch now in foul territory.
Well, that's actually a pretty good catch right there from your shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. He had to cover a lot of ground. See him all the way basically into left field. Ball just kept carrying.
Well, 2 gone. And Johnny DeLuca.
Well, he's been close to a couple home runs so far this series. Love to see one actually put one out of the park here.
First pitch breaking ball stayed up, and it's 1-0. Yeah, Mullins made that great catch on him in the 5th inning. And a strike. Here's that catch again.
See the ground. Mullins is covered. Stutter step timed perfectly on that jump. Takes that home run ball away. Irvin hands go up in celebration.
Popped up foul. Enough to get it out of play. 1-2. Side. 2-2.
Ooh, tough pitch right there. Wound up being a good take from DeLuca. That could have gone either way.
And he checked. We went down to first, and Carlos Torres said he held up in time. A full count.
Well, full count. We'll see if he took. Yeah, very nice.
And a cut and miss. Out on strikes here, and the Rays miss an opportunity, leaving a man at second base and down 3-1.
When Drew and I launched our furniture collection at Rooms to Go, we could only have dreamed of this type of response. Our sofas and sectionals sold faster than we ever imagined. So we're back in Mississippi at the factory to do something long overdue. Say thank you from all of us here at Rooms to Go. Thank you. You've welcomed us into your home in a big way, and we don't take it for granted. But this is just the beginning. This factory and everyone here are truly special. So come see everything we're working on. It's Drew and Jonathan for Rooms to Go.
When the Rays score 6 or more runs, you score with Papa John's. Get 50% off pizzas at regular menu price the day after the Rays score 6 or more runs. Use promo code RAYS6 at papajohns.com. Papa John's, proud partner of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $329 a month for 36 months. That's just $329 a month on the Toyota RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Alongside Denard Span, I'm Rich Hollenberg, hanging out in the Rooms to Go lounge, watching Rays baseball, right along with you all. And coming into this game, maybe the hottest hitter in the baseball, Gunnar Henderson, held to just 2 hits in the first 2 games. D, he has 2 more today.
Yeah, he's definitely swinging the bat. I've been on base 3 times today. Led the game off with a homer. Cutter, slider that really was off the plate, but you see him able to get his hands through that ball. Another base hit right here, his second time up. And then he gets a stolen base, and he's just affecting the game in so many ways. So valuable for this ball club. He's the catalyst for this team.
19 home runs now for the 22-year-old. He almost matches his age with his dingers, Dwayne.
Yes, he does. Thank you, fellas. Rich and Denard breaking all that down. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Cedric Mullins is in there for a strike. Rios will follow, and then McCann. Littell in the mid-80s now with that pitch, 84 pitches. Tate up in the bullpen for Baltimore. And that pitch up fouled. 1-2.
You know, when I'm watching Zack Littell, one of the things I'm so impressed with is how he can crowd left-handers. He can pitch inside very effectively to lefties, and I think one of the reasons for that is look where he stands on the mound. He stands all the way over to the left-hand side.
Lifted into left. Randy Arozarena is there waiting for it. 1 away. Sign up your little slugger for the Rays Rookies Kids Club, presented by Suncoast Credit Union. For just $40, the MVP membership includes free kids meal at every home game and discounts on tickets. Join today at RaysBaseball.com/RaysRookies. Swing and a foul. Rios took over after Mateo departed.
And just looking at Littell, look at this where he sets up right there. I mean, he is almost off the mound with how far to the left he is. Able to help him crowd those left-handers, but also utilize the sinking fastball in on the hands of right-handers, sweeping across the plate. See the breakout right there, splitter usage and slider usage on top.
And a base hit through the hole.
Well, there's a slider right here, hung up in the zone just a little bit too much. Stays middle. Arias able to plate that thing over to left field for the base hit.
Baltimore now in double figures with 10 hits. A little conversation with the bullpen down there. James McCann, the veteran catcher, pops it up short right, angling out Rosario, but DeLuca's there. 2 gone. Well, Henderson, right from the beginning, has made his presence felt. That's what he does.
Yep, second pitch of the game. Here you see it. This StatCast brought to you by Google Cloud. 109 exit velocity off the bat, 420 on the distance. And he wasted no time being an impact player in today's game.
Into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Urias made a turn and decided to put on the brakes as Siri got to that ball and made the accurate throw to third. So they prevent Urias from thinking any more about going first to third. 2 men on with 2 men out. And Kyle Snyder's going to make another trek to the mound.
Boy, Henderson
on base for the 4th time. So with 2 men on and 2 men out, let's check in with Ryan.
Yeah, guys, Gunnar Henderson has certainly had his stamp on this entire series against the Rays. I mean, he was on pace coming into this series to break the single-season home run record for the Orioles, which is held by Chris Davis with 53. He was on pace for 54. But a conversation that was going on inside the clubhouse, guys, was who would you take right now if you had a pick at shortstop? Gunnar Henderson or Bobby Witt Jr.? Doug, I'm interested for your take on that because the guys were kind of split in the clubhouse.
Yeah, actually, I've been telling everybody how impressed I am with Bobby Witt Jr. I love the way he plays the game. I don't know. That's really hard. You're talking about 2 of the best young young talents in the game, both at the shortstop position. One swings from the left side, one from the right side. Ooh. I don't know, Dwayne. I feel like I need to.
You couldn't lose either way.
Yeah,
you're going to come up a winner either way.
Hard not to go with Gunnar since we've been seeing since he's been on 4 times today already.
Now Adley Rutschman looks at a strike. The Rays have action in the bullpen. Armstrong is up out there. And a very big hitter here. There's a fly ball into center. Going to carry. Siri makes the grab to retire the side. 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 7th, 3-1 Baltimore.
Now through Monday at Kane's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Kane's Furniture.
Get more for less.
Make this a summer to share and save during the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event in the 3-row Kia Sorrento, the tech-forward Sportage, the available all-wheel drive Seltos, or the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Telluride, each one recommended by Consumer Reports. This summer, visit your local Kia dealer and save. Get 1.9% APR for 48 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
A hit. No matter how you slice it. Or cut it or cube it. Sizzle, pork, and
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now, get a low $299 per month lease or get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue.
You're looking for a place to connect with other Rays fans? Look no farther than the Rays Bar League presented by Budweiser. See all participating locations by visiting raysbaseball.com/bar league. In the 7th, first pitch swung on by Caballero and a long drive deep to left. That baby is gone. Home run for Caballero on the first pitch. His 3rd home run of the year, and that will make it a 1-run game.
We're getting a salute from the dugout. Caballero going out to left field, something we have not seen all series. We've seen some home runs. No one has taken on that left field wall until now. See the pop. This is a fastball up in the zone. Caballero knows it. As soon as he hits it, watch how he stays back, transfers the weight perfectly, catches that ball out front. See how big and far back that wall is, able to get on top. Make this a one-run game.
And now here's Alex Jackson taking ball one. So Caballero with his 3rd home run of the year. Estimating that at 404.
You gonna tell everybody the good news on Jackson?
Yeah, we'll get there. Just 1-1 the count.
I'm excited for you, Dwayne.
Well, he wound up getting a base hit in the 5th on what was originally scored as an error. And we were unanimous up here in the booth that it was a hit.
I think you get the assist for that hit.
And they've changed that from an error to a hit.
They were listening to the broadcast.
This one is fouled back. 2-2.
You were adamant.
There was just no question.
I know.
I mean,
I agree.
You know, and if a guy, I mean, give a guy a break.
Yeah, game's hard enough, right?
Yeah, it's a hard game to play, and that was clearly a hit, and it has been a long stretch for Alex Jackson. And the count is now full, 3-2.
Good job right here.
So the good people here in Baltimore.
Yeah, rewarding him.
Yes, absolutely.
Well-deserved hit.
He sends it into center field. Mullins is going to go back to the track and make the catch on this one. Jackson got some carry on that one. And he's retired. Gives him 1 for 3 so far. And with the home run and the fly ball and the top of the order coming around for the 4th time, that's going to be the end of the trail today for Cole Irvin. He goes 6 1/3. Cole Irvin out of the game. Call of the bullpen brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
I'm Spencer. Welcome to the Postgame Show. This baseball season, Suncoast Credit Union is donating $90 to local nonprofits for every hit from the Tampa Bay Rays. Randy, you want to show us how you're getting ready for every hit as a win from Suncoast? Looks like Randy's ready. Visit suncoast.com/race to support your favorite nonprofit. Still counts.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now, get a low $299 per month lease or get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue.
Choose Winters and Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you for your auto accident. I'm Bill Winters. If you've been injured in an accident, call Winters and Yonker so we can start working on your case. Call Winters and Yonker for your free attorney consultation.
Rays Baseball is brought to you by Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item, every day. By Winters and Yonker. And by Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for the best outcomes. Now the Rays have cut the deficit to 1 on the home run by Jose Caballero. Cole Irvin out after 90 pitches and 6 1/3.
Boy, really good job. Cole Irvin just being efficient. 90 pitches, 71% strikes. First pitch strikes around 80%. Major League average, there's only 60%. Hand the ball over to Dylan Tate. ERA at 2. 10 punch outs to 6 walks.
Yandy Diaz goes after the first pitch and chops it to the right side. Westberg, who's over there now, takes care of that.
Dylan Tate making quick work right there. Yandy Diaz. Here you see what he features. 92 mile an hour, 93 mile an hour sinker. 63% of the time. Sweeper comes off of that. He'll sprinkle in the changeup, but not too often. Mostly that two-seam fastball. It's all about sink with him, trying to get that ground ball.
Now Randy Arozarena looks at a strike. Randy 0 for 2 with a walk. Tate pitched in the game yesterday, an inning plus, gave up a couple hits, no runs. It's now 1-1. 2-1. Oh, look out. He's ducking that pitch as he started that sweeper, and it didn't sweep so much.
Forgot to sweep. Yeah, the thing backed up on him. Getting high and tight on Randy Arozarena. 3-ball count right here.
And that's going to drop for a base hit the other way into right. And Randy's on for the second time with a big turn at first. A 2-out single.
Love to see this actually from Randy Arozarena. That's a fastball. Didn't exactly get on the barrel, but got enough. He's so strong, he's able to get it out over the second baseman's head. And that's one of the things that Randy's been struggling with this year when you compare him to last year. 283 on the fastball last year, this year 139. And once you see him start turning on that pitch, or once you see him start barreling up fastballs, that's when you know Randy's on his way back.
Well, the Rays are going to go to the bench with the right-hander Tate. Brandon Lau will pinch hit for Harold Ramirez. And the pitch is fouled, and that caught part of the catcher McCann. And we'll see if that thing still works.
Yeah, you give him the thumbs up. Foul ball right off that pitch come. You see eject off the knee pad.
So strike the count on Brandon. Wow, 1 for 5 in his career against Tate. That was an extra base hit. And to move over to first, Arozarena back in. Lifted to the opposite field, and Hayes in left is there to make the catch. Rays get a run on the home run by Jose Caballero. They leave a man and they trail by 1. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union.
I'm Spencer, best rookie in baseball history. I hold the record for most home runs in a postseason. That's 11. And the only person with a cooler celebration than mine, that's Randy.
Te falta sabor novato. Te falta flow.
He says I'm the best. Just like Suncoast Credit Union. Because if you want to save more for what's next...
Suncoast un jonrón.
Any questions? So get influenced by us and become a Suncoast member today. Like this? ¿Cómo que tú lo haces? Huh? Hey.
So, we learned about Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi. We talked about Spectrum Internet, state-of-the-art security features. But today, you're going to learn something different. Because our guest is a legend. He's literally shaped the way we think about the Internet. Stephen, the floor is yours.
Thank you. We know that Spectrum delivers the most reliable Internet speeds.
Woo! The most reliable Internet speeds. You're not going to find that in a book.
I wrote a book about it.
You don't need to read it, because you just heard it.
Want the most reliable Internet speeds? You want Spectrum One.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-279-7331. That's 1-800-279-7331, or go to VacuTrim.com.
On the next Rays All Access.
For her to sit across the table from me and tell me that she has brain cancer was the shot to the gut.
Rays All Access, all month long on Bally Sports.
On this Lou Gehrig Day, join Major League Baseball in the fight against ALS. To learn more, visit MLB.com/4ALS. Well, the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig, and here in Baltimore, Cal Ripken Jr. I mean, that was a record that most people thought could never be reached.
I agree. And I remember that night watching it on TV and thinking how special it was when he was walking around, giving everybody, all the fans, a high five. It was incredible. When you think about the number of games in a row, my goodness.
2,130, okay. 2,632. And Everett Scott, the next closest, with a little over 1,300. And then
you wonder,
modern era Steve Garvey and Miguel Tejada. I mean, those are pretty impressive right there.
Those will never be broken again, right? Cal Ripken, there's no chance that'll ever be broken. But, you know, it's just so interesting to think about. Lou Gehrig, the year before, he was diagnosed and kind of figured out everything what was going on and took himself out of the lineup. He was having a really good year. I mean, he retired at 36, essentially, and everybody assumed he had a lot of good years left. Who knows where all of his stats would be and how long that streak would be if he would have been healthy and been able to play.
Well, the Rays will call upon Sean Armstrong with Ryan Mountcastle leading off. And a base hit off the first pitch. So Mountcastle not wasting any time. And from time to time, he has been a thorn in the side of the Rays. 0 for 3 today until that base hit. But 7 career home runs off Rays pitching for Mountcastle.
And that's one thing Sean Armstrong needs to focus on, wants to focus on, is keeping this team in the park. You see his mix right here, 4-seam, 2-seam, and the cutter primarily is what he's going to go at you with. Last swing and miss this year. 19 out of his 20 appearances, he's gotten at least 1 strikeout.
And now Santander. Anthony Santander, who drove in a run with a 3rd inning single. 1-0 the count.
That fastball's been really good for Armstrong so far this year. Opponent's only hitting 135 on that pitch. 19 punch outs so far.
Big cut and a miss.
And that's where he's effective, right? You go 4-seam fastball away, and then you put that cutter in a good spot. Cutter has real nice tight spin. Late breaking action. Most cutters aren't meant for swing and miss, but Armstrong is able to utilize his for the whiff.
Foul back, 2-2. Armstrong and Santander the matchup. He is 1 for 5 against Armstrong. Two into center field. Catchable for Siri. 1 away. Make a lasting impression on your party when you host your next group event at Tropicana Field. For more info, visit raysbaseball.com/groups. Well, now Jordan Westberg he moved over to play second. And there's a cut and miss at the cutter. Strike 1. And a wave and miss. 0-2.
Really well located. You can see that late action I was talking about and why it's so hard specifically for right-handers to pick up that pitch. And it looks like a fastball. You got to respect fastball, 94, 95 miles an hour, but that cutter comes in right around the low 90s, 91, 92, still has that late break movement.
And Armstrong makes quick work of Westberg. 3 pitches, now 2 gone.
Well, really good sequencing right there. Cutter, fastball. You see the fastball right up in the zone, perfectly located just above the hands to Westbrook. You see the frustration from Westbrook as he walks back to the dugout.
Austin Hayes punches one outside toward right center. Over to cut it off, DeLuca. Over to third base goes Mountcastle. And into second base, Hayes setting up a second and third two-out situation.
Well, where do you see where DeLuca was positioned? He's positioned pretty far over in right field. So Austin Hayes doing a good job of driving this thing to a right center gap, knowing, see no one out there right there. It was pretty open. So as soon as that ball was hitting that gap, he's thinking two. Knew it was going to take a little bit of time for DeLuca to get to that ball. Able to get the extra base hit. You got man on second and third now. Cedric Mullins stepping to the plate.
So here we are meeting on the mound. Boy, you talk about a big spot here with Cedric Mullins due up and Armstrong on the mound. Braves have trimmed the deficit down to 1. And it's Armstrong and Mullins the matchup. And Mullins is 3 for 5 in his career against Armstrong with a home run.
Yeah, got to be careful here. You do have that base open, but I'll tell you, Armstrong's been throwing the ball so well, both the right-handers and left-handers. He's one of those relievers that can get either side out.
Here you go. Left-handed hitter, 3 for 5, home run against a right-hander. You got Urias on deck, first base open. What do you do with all of this? And Mullins takes a strike.
Oh, looks like you attack him.
Well, that's what the Rays have decided to do. And a pop foul that's headed out of play. So far, so good.
So far, so good. And it's because of the location. Fastball up. I was perfectly located on that first pitch. And then the cutter. The cutter needs to stay up on the hands. Down and in is a danger zone to Cedric Mullins. If you keep that ball up above the hands, that's where you can get away with it.
And he goes up. 96 up there, well out of the zone. A ball, 2 strike count. And he gets him. He goes up with 96 and strikes him out. And Mullins breaks the bat in frustration. Rays down by 1.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Now at Checkers and Rallies.
Brisket on a burger.
The new barbecue brisket melt for $3.49.
Brisket on a burger.
Genuine, hickory smoked, tender, juicy brisket.
On a burger.
With all the fixins on Texas toast. Just $3.49. And for even more brisket, our new brisket boss switch. With 3 times the sweet and smoky brisket.
Brisket on a bigger burger.
Now, flavorful brisket.
On a burger, we got you.
Only at Checkers and Rallies.
Well, back at Camden Yard, top 8. Baltimore on top of the Tampa Bay Rays, 3-2. And we're going to go on the T-Mobile coverage cam. I want to cover the pitch-by-pitch sequence right here to Cedric Mullins to end the inning. 94 up in the zone, perfectly located. All these pitches are going to be up. Now watch Alex Jackson. Prior to this last pitch, I want it up here. I want it up here. He shows him. He'll show you. I want it right at the top of the zone. Perfectly located fastball, 96, best one of the sequence, Cedric Mullins. Of course, showing a little bit of frustration, but I'll tell you, the location was everything in that sequence. Great job by Sean Armstrong.
On to the 8th we go with Isaac Paredes in the batter's box. And the pitch is a strike. Dylan Tate took over with 1 out in the 7th inning. Both runs off the starter Irvin. Popped up, foul ball coming straight back out of play. 0-2. One and two. And there is a base hit the other way. Paredes a single into right. We've seen him do that a couple times down on the count, and he is aboard to open the 8th.
Good job right here. Not something you say about Paredes very often. A good job of going the opposite direction. Usually he's going pull side on everything, but right here fights it off, and as strong as he is able to get it over to the right field for the base hit. Start the inning off right for Tampa Bay.
And Paredes with that leadoff single will be lifted. Richie Palacios will run for him over there at first, so the Rays add some speed at first. Rosario at the plate, and a ground ball foul outside of third, down beyond Brady Williams.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how aggressive they want to be with Palacios on first base.
Pitch is down. See McCann behind the plate on alert. Over to first. Palacios back in.
Every time he takes a lead, he just looks like he wants to go. Got 9 stolen bases on the season. And as he takes the lead, you can tell he opens up that right side just a touch. He's got that drop step going with the right foot. So if he does go, it's that much easier on the break. You see him right there leaning.
Oh, and he just did get back. And boy, you wonder about that. That was close.
Well, that was very close. You see him leaning right here. Just that split second of hesitation.
So no challenge. You can see how close he went to the very back corner of that bag. And a base hit punched into right. Palacios will turn and hang on at second base. Throw back in there. He had made a turn a couple steps beyond and then got back there. So Rosario with a base hit the other way. 2 men on and nobody out in the 8th.
Hey, Rosario, second hit of the day right here, following up that double with this nice single to the right side. The sinker gets in on the hands, but you see the second baseman shaded up toward the middle in Westberg, and that opened up that gap to the right side. Rosario able to take advantage of it.
And for the Orioles, a trip to the mound. Drew French headed out there. Single game tickets start at just $10. Secure your seats at RaysBaseball.com. 2024 season presented by Orlando Health. Palacios at second base. Rosario at first. Jose Siri's going to be the hitter. And action out there in the bullpen. Danny Colomb, he had been up earlier in the day. And the Rays with Clevenger at the ready in their bullpen. Zack Littell worked the front 6. Armstrong worked the 7th. Rays trail by 1 with 2 men on and nobody out in the 8th. Jose Siri 0 for 3. And he's showing bunt, taking a pitch down and away. With that in mind, the Rays thinking of trying to get both runners into scoring position.
And you see the corners pretty much in on the grass, trying to protect away from that bunt.
And he shows bunt again, and that's low and outside. 2-0.
You see if they take off the bunt in a 2-0 count.
Siri without an official at bat in his career against Tate. Bunt on again, and this time it's a strike.
A little sinking fastball right there underneath the barrel of Jose Siri's bat. See this ball drop. Siri kind of stabbing at it.
And again, he squares around, and a turnaround back at second base. Palacios back to the bag. That's wide. 3-1. Johnny DeLuca on deck. Opening singles by Paredes and Rosario. Palacios running for Paredes. And a fly ball right center field. Well tagged. That's going to be in there off the wall. Here comes Palacios to score. Rosario headed to the plate. And a big turn at second, and the throw back in. And Siri got back. Close play. And Siri got back with that hand on the bag. And he's banged up a little bit out there. I think he was stepped on maybe. We'll have to take another look, but the Rays, with a big hit here, have scored 2 to take a 4-3 lead.
Boy, a lot going on in this play right here. Gets to a 3-1 count and drives the ball off the right center gap. And here you see the big turn. Jose Siri on second base after driving in 2 runs. See Rosario and Palacios already played. So those 2 runs are in. And then Jose Siri, I think you're right. I think he might have gotten his hand stepped on. As that throw, they were trying to get him as he was crawling back to the second base. There's a good replay of it right here. Hopefully get a shot of it. Hey, look at that right foot. Oh, just spikes his right hand. You can see his face and the discomfort.
So a big hit for the Rays, and Jose Siri. He got that right hand on the bag and under the cleats. Now he's in scoring position, nobody out. Johnny DeLuca. And he bunts, pops it up, and that's going to drop. McCann trying to locate it. Took an extra beat to do that. And by that time, no chance behind him.
Yeah, DeLuca got a little lucky on that one. Just popping that bunt straight up in the air. They're trying to find a way to get Jose Siri to third base with less than 2 outs.
And now he misses that sweeper 0-2. Single, double. Rays have taken a 4-3 lead. It's down 1-2.
That sweeper's a pretty big weapon for Tate. He has not given up a hit all year on that sweeper.
And he did go on the appeal down to Carlos Torres, and DeLuca is out on strikes.
And you see it. Just not able. Ooh, that was close, though. Again, that was a sweeper, just well located down in the zone. DeLuca looked like he couldn't just hold up.
Now Caballero, he has a single and a home run in this game. Takes a strike.
Boy, that run is really big sitting on second base. Knowing how powerful this O's lineup is, do everything you can to pad that lead.
There goes the runner trying to steal third, and he is the call. Siri trying to steal third. Rays checking the video on it. And Siri is cut down for the 6th time.
Well, that is not an easy pitch to throw on either from McCann. Ooh, it looked like he did get him.
Now 2-1 to Caballero. Well, that changes the situation completely. And this pitch just brushed him. And Caballero hit by a pitch now. Well, the Rays will get a base runner.
Ooh.
So he'll head to first. Jonathan Aranda will pinch hit for Jackson. Well, the double by Siri giving the Rays a 1-run lead. Caballero has been hit by a pitch with 2 outs. And with Aranda officially announced, the Orioles will make a pitching change. A call to the bullpen brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
Promise me you won't touch anything?
Well, unless they ask me to.
He won't. We're here at the Rooms to Go factory in Mississippi to show you just what it takes to bring our Drew and Jonathan furniture collection to life. From frame to fabric, it's all possible thanks to dedicated craftspeople and precision machinery working in perfect harmony. It's how Rooms to Go delivers great quality at such an affordable price fast. So come see everything we're working on at a Rooms to Go near you. He said he wasn't going to touch anything. I lied.
When it comes to beating cancer, your first choice is your best chance. At Moffitt Cancer Center, we bring the highest level of urgency to provide the right diagnosis right away. We're fast-tracking therapies and pioneering vaccines that enable the life-saving power of prevention, while providing individualized treatment plans from the start that lead to the best outcomes. Choose Moffitt first, a cancer center like no other.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spikeball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $329 a month for 36 months. That's just $329 a month on the Toyota RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Rays baseball brought to you by West Shore Home, America's most admired home remodeling brand. And by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Danny Colomb will be the new pitcher. The Rays with Jonathan Aranda announced as the pinch hitter. They have Caballero at first. 2 gone.
Dan Colomb doing a really good job. Good number so far this year. Can get the swing and miss, but very, very good command. Only 3 walks on the season.
And the pitch is a strike.
Be very tough on left-handers. That cutter's a big deal for him. The sweeper, the knuckle curve, 4-seam, and a sinker. He does have a 5-pitch mix and finds a way to get them all in as a reliever.
He was in the game here Friday night. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aranda faced him in that game Friday, grounded out to first. Series double, driving in the tying and the lead run. And a strike to Aranda.
Yeah, tough pitch right there. 91 on the black. He's gone breaking ball to get ahead. Missed with the pitch, and then fastball outside corner. Got a couple different options, and that cutter is his best pitch.
Foul tip strikeout, and the inning is over, but the Rays grab the lead with 2 runs. They leave a man. The big hit, the series 2-base hit, and it's 4-3 Tampa Bay.
When it comes to outdoor furniture, why choose Rooms to Go Patio? Because as America's largest independent furniture company, we have incredible buying power. And with the power to buy comes the power to save. And you know what that means for you. High quality furniture without the high price tag. It's what makes Rooms to Go Patio so special. Great style, affordable prices, and an amazing selection. Experience the power of Rooms to Go Patio for yourself. Shop a showroom near you today.
What does it take to define the ideal driving experience? It takes Polestar 2. With fully electric performance, Swedish design and engineering, and up to 320 miles of range. Polestar 2 is designed for drivers. Lease from $299 a month.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
What do you need? I got you. Base hit off the breaking pitch. Siri comes through. I give you now, but I can give you more.
Rays baseball only on Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app.
Four-3 ball game, bottom of the 8th. Take a look at Gehrig Clevenger out there on the mound among a number of other changes for the Rays, and he has been very, very good out of that bullpen.
Boy, just outstanding. One of the best left-handers now in the game, in my opinion, coming out of the bullpen. 30 punch-outs to 10 walks, 39% strikeout rate. I mean, he has swing and miss stuff all over the place. Fastball, slider, sweeper, cutter, the two-seam fastball. He's up to 96, 98 miles an hour on average.
And leading it off here, Urias fouls the first pitch for a strike. And Wardbert in the game behind the plate, so a new battery for the Rays. Clevenger on the hill, Wardbert catching. And changes on the infield as well. That's a wave and miss. Pitch sweeping down and miss. Rosario goes from second to third base. And Palacios takes over at second. There's Wardbert back at the plate. Oh, and that hits him on an 0-2 pitch. So Urias heads to first.
Boy, just unfortunate for Clevenger. Just yanks his pitch a little too much. See, Urias just catches it in the front foot. Clevenger very frustrated. A couple really nice breaking balls going into that pitch. Just yanked that one a little too much.
And Urias now taking a little time back at first. Walking off that hit by pitch and that left foot. Takes a stroll with Anthony Sanders. Zack Littell, 6 innings, gave up 3. Armstrong, 1 scoreless inning on a couple hits. And the trainer finally comes out to take a look.
Yeah, just making sure he can stay in there. Urias showing the guys that caught him right on the outside of that left foot. Not a comfortable spot. We're talking about Zack Littell. Zack Littell did a good job of just making big pitches when he needed to.
Urias taking a little time. This is like freezing the free throw shooter. Urias are going to stay in the game after all of that consultation.
Yeah, Clevenger taking warm-up pitches in between.
So Urias set to continue, and so is Clevenger. James McCann with a single and 3 trips and a run scored. The pitch down, blocked by Rortvedt. Good job by the Rays catcher there.
Yeah, another cutter down in the dirt. Yeah, very good job by Rortvedt, not allowing the base runner. That'd be a tying run to reach scoring position. So good job of blocking that, smothering that ball.
And he comes in with a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, nice little cutter outside corner. You know, when you're gearing up for 96, 98 miles an hour running away from you, you throw a cutter like that outside. That's just hard for a right-hander to pull the trigger on.
A little wide. 2-1. Top of the order on deck. Gunnar Henderson. That's a strike. 2-2. And no matter how this at bat turns out, things do not get any easier with Henderson on deck and Rutschman behind him.
Oh, that top of the order just lurking. You know, Clevenger doing a good job just utilizing the cutter right now. Hasn't thrown the fastball yet.
And a pop fly toward the line in right. DeLuca on the move is there and makes the catch. And that's the first out. Down toward the right field line.
That's a big out. Like you said, Dwayne, you got top of the order coming up. Gunnar Henderson been on base 4 times already today.
And look at this, the last 22 games, 18 runs batted in. OPS out of sight. Homer, a walk, 2 singles today.
Good time for Kyle Snyder to go take a stroll. You see his day so far. Started out really well, putting one over the right field wall. That's just the first hit of the day for him. And just continued to stay hot from there. You see the approach. He sprays the ball all over the place, also utilizing his legs. See how fast he can be. Talk about an explosive talent. You know, a guy who can obviously hit for power. It's going to be part of it, but also, you know, a guy who can steal some bases. He can play some great defense. That's why Baltimore loves him here.
Up third in the American League with 18 home runs coming in. He hit number 19 his first time up, and he's 8 of 8 in the steal department. Right now, batting with a man at first and 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch is popped up. Foul ball. Will it be playable? Rosario hustling over there, but no chance. Strike 1. And Rutschman behind Henderson. Well, this is why the Rays are trying to add to that lead in the top of this inning. Clevenger, big spot here. Oh, and that pitch riding in That's a foul ball. 1-2.
Well, he hasn't thrown many fastballs yet today. This is one of the first ones. This is 97. You see the tail on it running in on the hands. Boy, Henderson gets lucky. Didn't get hit right there. But I'll tell you, Clevenger gets lucky because that's a foul ball. That's strike 2. And you can utilize that pitch to set up the next one.
The 1-2. And he lays off that one down and away.
Well, I like the sequence. I mean, you go up and in, 2-seam fastball, get the foul ball, and then you come off of that with a sweeper. Just all about location right here on this even count.
Two. Full count now.
He's been missing a little bit to the arm side more than we've seen him lately. What that typically tells you is that front side comes off the pitch. Pulls a little bit too much side to side with the glove. See if he can correct it right here. Stay in the zone.
And that's ball 4. Stayed away, walks him. That pushes Urias up to second base. So 2 on, 1 out. And here's Adley Rutschman, and you see the breakout on him.
You see his strength is, of course, he's still good from the left-handed side, but the right-hand side is what he prefers. All the power comes from that right-hand side. 1131 OPS.
Two for 4 on the day. And there's a strike.
Well, that's the cutter that you want right there. Perfectly located. Nice tight spin.
And a bit low. 1-1. Urias hit by a pitch with the 2-strike count. McCann hit the fly ball to right for the out. Henderson walked. And the 1-1. Line drive into left, charged by Rosarena. Urias will have to hold at third. Randy got to that ball quickly and short left. And the bases are loaded. Hit by pitch and out, then the walk, then the single. And Ryan Mountcastle will bat. His hit came to open the 7th inning, 1 for 4. And the pitch, ground ball third. Out at second, out at first. They get the double play. Around the horn on the first pitch to Mountcastle. A 5-4-3 double play. Rays get out of a very difficult spot. Started by Rosario down there at third. And Palacios with the turn.
Now through Monday at Kane's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Kane's Furniture.
Get more for less. Meet the future. A chef, a designer, and an engineer. All learning to save and spend their money with Chase. The chef's cooking up first with her new debit card.
Hungry?
Uh-huh. The designer's eyeing sequins, plaid. While mom is eyeing his spending. Nice. And the engineer? She's taking control with her own account for college. 3 futures, all with Chase. Freedom for kids, control for parents. One bank for both. Chase, make more of what's yours.
me. Oh. Use a strong password.
Trying to remember a strong password is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy.
Too many attempts.
Morgan & Morgan. The choice is easy.
Well, back in Baltimore, it's a nail-biter, top of the 9th inning. Tampa Bay on top of Baltimore Orioles 4-3. Let's go to the Chevy play of the game. Started right here by your third baseman, Rays-Orioles. Flips it over to Richie Palacios with the strike over to Yandy Diaz. Boy, this could not have been drawn up any better off the bat of Ryan Mountcastle. Great job, Garrett Clevenger, getting that ground ball.
And the first pitch to Yandy Diaz here in the 9th inning. He takes for a ball, 1-0. Here Rosario with the feed. You could see him in the dugout with the Palacios talking about that.
Yeah, saying you're welcome.
Yes. This one is down 2-0.
It was perfect. You know, remember, Palacios hasn't been in there all game. He was a late inning replacement. Goes out there turning that perfect double play.
Yeah, and Rosario had played the game at second. He said, that's the feed I want when I was at second. So 5-4-3 to get out of that tough spot. And a strike to Yandy.
Well, they make it look so easy, but the reason they make it look so easy is because all the work they put in before the games. I was over with Brady Williams watching one of the drills they were doing. Palacios was a part of it. He was receiving the ball at second base from a machine.
And back to the mound, grabbed by Colomb halfway to first in the underhanded toss. Well, you're so right about that, because the feed is important. Getting rid of it quickly is also important, and those are all things they work on.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. It's a good play by Colomb, but this is, you want it to be muscle memory when you get into a big situation like this, and Brady Williams right there doing such a good job helping these guys before the games put that work in. But it is, they put that work in so it looks easy.
Randy Arozarena takes it down and in. He's been on base twice today with a walk and a single. And the Rays hope that that leads to more of the same. Pops it up this time. Out from short. Henderson makes the catch. And 2 gone in the 9th. Down to the bullpen, Pete Fairbanks.
Well, Fairbanks been throwing the ball really well ever since coming back off that IL.
And Brandon Lau, the DH, he entered as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Strike 1. Harold Ramirez opened the day as the designated hitter, went 2 for 3. Lau hit a fly ball to left in the 7th. And shoots it toward the gap in right center field this time. That's a base hit. He'll make the turn and stop there. Santander getting over there for the pickup.
A really nice job right here by Brandon Lau. Left on left. Colomb's not a comfortable at bat. You see him stay in on this pitch. Little cutter. Stays on top of that. Drives it to the right center gap.
And now another left on left. Palacios entered the game as a runner for Paredes in the 8th inning, and now he'll bat against Colomb. 1 ball, no strikes. High fly ball back into right. Santander toward right center, makes the catch. And the Rays get a hit, leave a man. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 4-3 Tampa Bay.
These are the different pitch grips that I have during the game. This is how I grip my 4-seam fastball.
And a swing at base.
Here's my sinker grip.
Oh, we got him looking.
Here's my curveball grip.
Got him reaching.
And this is my game grip.
Get a grip and stream the game the way Zack does.
That baby is gone. And the Rays win it.
Bally Sports, home of the Rays.
Now Now through Monday at Kane's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Kane's Furniture.
Get more for less.
Get ready for the
Siri makes the catch. And a shot deep to left. Down the line it goes. That baby is gone. Well, stay tuned. Rays Live, the postgame presented by Advent Health comes your way. Rich and Denard will recap this one. We'll hear from Kevin Cash, interviews from the clubhouse. And to the bottom of the ninth we go in this 4-3 game. And boy, when you look at what has transpired in this one, the Rays with 4 runs on 13 hits. Orioles 3 runs on 14 hits. Rays have left 9. The Orioles have left 12. So collectively, 27 hits and 21 men left on base.
Boy, it's been some kind of game going back and forth. Pete Fairbanks, the ball in his hand to finish this thing out. Been really, really good since coming back off that IL. Has faced 31 batters since coming back. Retired 26 of them. Also has 9 punch-outs. See what he features right here. 97-mile-an-hour heater. 52% of the time. Coming behind that with a nasty slider.
Anthony Santander to lead it off. And the first pitch, he pops it up, right side foul. Yandy Diaz to the coaching box, and he makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, outstanding start right there for Pete Fairbanks. You come into a one-run game, it is so imperative to get that leadoff batter out. To be able to do it on 1 pitch, that's big.
Well, he got Santander. Now here's Westberg. And he skies it down the right side foul, out of play.
You know, that to me has been the biggest difference from Pete, you know, earlier in this year until after, you know, coming off the IL here recently. His command of the fastball has been some of the best I've seen in a long time.
Inside, 1-1. So Westberg getting his first look at Fairbanks. Hayes is scheduled to hit next, but O'Hearn has come out on deck. Foul back. It's 1-2. The slider there. Here's O'Hearn. He was at the DH in the game yesterday and started Friday as the DH. Two and two, slider down and away. Upstairs, and the count goes full.
Pretty good job of Westberg working that count full, trying to find a way to get on base. Up to Pete to see if he can land this pitch in the zone.
Big 3-2 pitch coming here. And a little one-hopper out to second. Palacios makes the play on that one. And it's a 4-3 putout. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, this is a breaking ball up in the zone. Doesn't get the exact location that Pete wants, but able to get away with it for the second out of the inning. And that's a big one.
Yeah, that pitch up almost jammed him.
Yep.
I mean, you're looking for that breaking pitch to do something completely different.
You are, but he gets away with it because he's got such nasty stuff. Able to get the weak contact and the put out there for the second out.
And now Hayes will be lifted for O'Hearn. And a strike, bottom part of the zone. O'Hearn 1 for 6 against Fairbanks in his career. It's a 1-1 count. 3 of those at bats ended in a strikeout. Any kind of out will do. Ground ball right side, base hit instead. Just out of the reach of Palacios. And O'Hearn off the bench keeps the game going with the 15th hit of the day for Baltimore.
Well, boy, O'Hearn just finds himself a fastball, catches middle of the plate, able to turn on this pitch for the first base run of the inning. Drives it just through the outstretched hands of Richie Palacios.
And now Mullins will be lifted. Colton Cowser will be the pinch hitter. Cowser got off to a very good start, had a hot stretch, has come down to earth a little bit since then, but he is dangerous. And the pitch is down. A ball, no strikes. Cowser and Fairbanks getting the first look at each other. And a ground ball grabbed by Fairbanks and the toss to first. The Rays win it. They scored 2 in the 8th to grab the lead and hold on to win 4-3. Fairbanks closing it out, giving up 1 hit and leaving a man on base. And the Rays knock off Baltimore 4-3. Salvage in the final game of this series. Back in a moment.
When challenges arise, you rise above. When the future is uncertain, your courage runs deep. And where selflessness meets action, you thrive. Inspired by those who lead, by putting others first, our Ford vehicles stand ready. Just announced, military, all veterans, and first responders get an extra $1,000 exclusive cash. See your local Ford dealer today.
It's not easy. Not everyone can do it. You have to be bold to be at the top, to be one of America's leading research universities, to generate an annual economic impact of $6 billion, and to be 20 NCAA Division I teams strong. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Bulls' impact on Tampa Bay is boundless. Join us. Be bold.
This is Avery. She's had a lot of news this year, and she's still trying to figure out the vibe of things. A new state, a new job, a new apartment, and a new bank. Mid-Florida made Avery feel at home and gave her $200 when opening a new free checking account. And that will come in handy to decorate her new place. Avery may have had a lot of news this year, but financial worries aren't one of them. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union.
When you show your home love with natural gas, it loves you back with a better cooking experience and precise temperature control, so every tradition tastes just like you remember. Earn a valuable cashback rebate up to $300 when you install an energy-efficient natural gas range or cooktop. You'll love your home more than ever.
Rays win at 4-3. They have been out hit by 2, but win 4-3. Clevenger the winner. He's now 5-0. Tate the losing pitcher. And a save, number 6 for Pete Fairbanks. For Doug Wechter and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays are 4-3 winners. Day off tomorrow, and they pick up play Tuesday night from Miami. Rays Live, the postgame comes here next with Rich and Denard.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. That's just 2.99% APR on the Toyota RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Recipe for a fun night? Spam musubi. With a side of friends. Sizzle, pork, and
Now through Monday at Cain's Furniture. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Spend $1,000, get $200 off. Spend $2,000, get $400 off. Spend $3,000, get $600 off. 20% off store-wide. No minimum purchase. We finance everyone. Through Monday only. Rush to Cain's Furniture.
Get more for less.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Good Greek is the only company that offers total relocation solutions. Whether you're buying, selling, or renting a home, packing and moving your most prized possessions, storing your items in a safe and secure place. Our personal concierge service will help you connect your utilities and transfer your mail. We provide safe and reliable auto transport, and we'll even remove any unwanted junk.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
For years, I thought I was hiding my addiction from my family. Spiked coffee, stashed bottles. Truth is, I was only hiding myself. Riverside Recovery helped me become the dad I want to be for my kids and the man I want to be for myself.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Rays salvage a win on Lou Gehrig Day. One hit shy of their season-high total and 4 unanswered runs. The recipe for success. They take 1 out of 3 in Baltimore with a 4-3 getaway day victory. And with that, we welcome you back inside the Bally Sports studio for another victorious edition of Rays Live Postgame, brought to you by Advent Health. Alongside my main man, Denard Span, I'm Rich Hollenberg. We'll have Ryan Bass collecting interviews as we speak. And as always, you could expect to hear Kevin Cash's full postgame press conference coming up momentarily. So the Rays played with fire today. They gave up 15 hits. That was the most they've given up to any team all season long, but they stranded 13 Baltimore base runners.
Yeah, the pitching was outstanding today. I thought Zack Littell, he did his job. He didn't have his most sharp stuff, but he went out there and gave the Rays an opportunity to win, holding this Baltimore Orioles offense to only 3 runs. And then on the flip side, the Rays offense, they showed up. They had about 13 or 14 hits themselves, and were able to string along some really good ABs in that 8th inning. And then the defense behind Clevenger in that 8th inning was big as well. And then you saw Fairbanks come in and close the door. Just a good win for the Rays going into a day off. The last thing they wanted to do was to get swept against Baltimore going into a day off, and just high fives around for the Rays.
Well, they bucked another trend because you look at the box score and you see Baltimore had a 3-2 lead going into the 8th. So a lead after 7 for Baltimore usually equates to victory. They were 29-4 when leading after 7 innings, but not today. Our Advent Health highlights picks things up in the top of the 8th. Isaac Paredes getting the knock. He's been on base 29 of his last 30 games.
Isaac Paredes get another 2-strike hit, shortening up, going the other way, and that's normally what you don't say about Isaac Paredes going the other way, but you got to love his approach. And then Ahmed Rosario going the other way as well and getting something going in the 8th inning, down by 1 run and setting the stage for Mr. Jose Siri. He was trying to drop a bunt, and then Kevin Cash told him from the dugout, swing the bat, and all he did was hit a double off the wall. And you got to love the Rays' approach this inning. All 3 of those hits were to the right side of the field, going up there, not trying to do too much, just doing their job, and you see Jose Siri with the big hit right there.
And then in the bottom of the 8th, they got into a little bit of trouble, but again, the defense bailed them out.
Right there, you're thinking, oh, here we go. Bases loaded with 1 out. Clevenger, he keeps his composure, makes a pitch down in the zone, breaking ball, and this double play was so sweet. Both of those guys got rid of the ball really quick and was able to turn that 5-4-3 double play.
And it is worth noting that the third baseman, Ahmed Rosario, did not start at third base. The second baseman, Richie Palacios, did not start at second base. So even better as a pitcher's best friend. 5-4-3 to end the 8th, and the game ends in a 4-3 victory. Jose Siri coming up with the game-winning RBIs yet again. That's a trend with Tampa Bay. Ryan Bass on the field with Jose.
Jose Siri plays hero yet again for Tampa Bay. Last 3 wins, this guy's fingerprints all over it. Jose, what'd you see on that at-bat in the 8th? You showed bunt a couple of times, but then able to punch that pitch into the gap.
Enseñaste que ibas a tocar antes, pero que viste en ese turno después.
Bueno, tú sabes, la prioridad era, tú sabes, tocar para mover los corredores, pero ya después que el pitcher estaba teniendo varias bolas consecutivas, el manager me voció, me dejó que bateara y nada, me concentré para tú sabes, coger buen turno.
Yeah, the priority there was obviously to get the bunt down to try to move the runners over, but after he wasn't throwing that many balls, I heard Cash yell from the dugout to go ahead and swing at it, so I was able to see something that I could connect with.
Put quite a swing on it. You've been swinging the bat really well as of late, especially over the last 3 wins. What is it about you right now and how you're seeing the ball at the dish?
Parece que estás bateando muy bien los últimos 3-4 juegos. ¿Qué es lo que estás sintiendo en la caja? ¿Cómo te sientes ahorita?
Bueno, me estoy sintiendo ahora mismo, tú sabes, cómodo, pero todavía sigo trabajando en lo que es mi swing para, tú sabes, seguir produciendo para el equipo, tú sabes, para ayudar a un...
Yeah, even though I might be a little comfortable, I still think I still have some work to do. I got to still be able to find a way to produce to help this team win and contribute however I can.
Contributing a lot lately, but get a big win here to finish off this series. You get an off day tomorrow, you head down to play the Marlins. How do you carry this momentum into Miami?
¿Cómo cargamos todo esto para Miami después del día libre mañana y seguir con esta racha buena que tenemos ahorita empezando hoy?
Bueno, tú sabes, descansar, tú sabes, para cuando se termine el día libre, tú sabes, venir al terreno con más ganas.
Rest. Yeah, that's going to be our rest. So we got to show up to the field with just ready to go.
You deserve a lot of rest after what you did this week, Jose. Congratulations again, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Guys, Jose Siri, again, he has been so big in key moments for the Rays over this last week.
Thank you, Ryan. Congrats to Jose Siri. His nickname is El Rayo, and he has been a ray of light for the Rays, especially as Ryan detailed in their last 3 wins. Rich and Denard inside the Bally Sports studio as Rays Live the Postgame, brought to you by Advent Health rolls on. Let's talk about our good Greek move of the game now. Jose Caballero provides the lone home run for the Rays in this entire series. That's our good Greek move of the game.
See Jose Caballero going out there, having himself a 2-for-3 game, getting a couple knocks, but like you said, Richie, this solo home run where the Rays hadn't scored in a couple innings, and this was where the comeback started. The score was 3-1 for a couple innings, and he goes out there, puts a good swing on a tough pitch from Irvin, who did an unbelievable job today and started that comeback for the Rays. good job by Jose Caballero today.
So Jose Caballero providing the offense. Again, he made a terrific effort on a ball in the hole early in the game and almost came out of the game, but stayed in, and he was nails coming up later with that 6th inning home run. He was one of 3 Rays with multiple hits today, but only 1 hit was needed for Yandy Diaz to drive in a couple more runs.
Yeah, Yandy Diaz continuing his hot streak. He's been swinging the bat a lot better. Another guy going to the right side of the field. Loved his approach. He did this yesterday. Hit a breaking ball off of the right field wall, and he was the reason why the Rays got on the board earlier in the game. And you see him right here once again going to the right side of the field, getting the sac fly, getting the job done, knocking in Jose Caballero.
And there's Yandy on his horse, got the sac fly, got the RBI. Take a look at our Papa John's box score. Join Papa Rewards and earn free food. Get points with every order. Score members-only specials and deals by signing up today at papajohns.com. The good thing about Yandy Diaz now, 4 RBI in June. He had a much better May than he did in April, so hopefully that means things are off to an even better start for the month of June, and we're seeing a lot more of the Yandy who was an all-star last year and led the American League in hitting now in this last 30 games or so than we have certainly all season.
Yeah, most definitely. He's definitely starting to get back to his old self, having better ABs, and I think it starts with him, like I said, going the other way and letting the ball travel a little bit more. It seemed like early in the season he was a little jumpy at the plate, but you like to see it because he's such a huge piece to this ball club.
All right, we'll take our first time out here on Rays Live, the post-game show. The Rays get a win, a much-needed win before a day off and then a trip to South Florida. Jose Siri, have yourself a game again. 2 more ribeyes for the Rays center fielder.
How far can the human spirit take you? One more step? A few feet? All the way across the line this time? Back to feeling whole. Get back where you belong with national leaders in orthopedic care. Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spikeball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. That's just 2.99% APR on the Toyota RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'll take a Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, bourbon for all.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, still serves up bottomless chips and salsa in the drink, but now it's available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger with twice the beef of a Big Mac. Maybe they should change that name. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Waiting for the break of day. Wanting just to stay away.
This summer's hottest blockbuster isn't a movie. It's a spicy new wrap from Jimmy John's, starring ghost pepper cheese and introducing firecracker chips. The reviews are in. This summer, it's gonna be a hot one. Jimmy John's new firecracker wrap.
When Drew and I launched our furniture collection at Rooms To Go, we could only have dreamed of this type of response. Our sofas and sectionals sold faster than we ever imagined, so we're back in Mississippi at the factory to do something long overdue. Say thank you from all of us here at Rooms To Go. Thank you! You've welcomed us into your home in a big way, and we don't take it for granted. But this is just the beginning. This factory and everyone here are truly special. So come see everything we're working on. It's Drew and Jonathan for Rooms To Go.
Rays Live, the postgame show on Bally Sports, is presented by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. By City Furniture, trends you want, prices you'll love. And by GTE Financial. We thank you for tuning in to another victorious episode of Rays Live, the post-game show, brought to you by Advent Health. The Rays improved to 29-31 on the season after a 4-3 win on the road in Baltimore. Let's hear now from Kevin Cash.
Yeah, I mean, look, Gunnar gets to everybody, but it was nice and it was huge. It kept us in the ball game and allowed for what took place later on to really happen. So I really appreciate his effort coming out there, getting through 6 innings and keeping it within striking distance.
Walk me through what you saw in that 8th inning rally, capped off by Siri coming up big yet again.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of good at bats. Who started off? I know Rosie came up there, or Wincy got it. We pinch run, and then Rosie shoots a ball to right, 2 balls to right there, and then Siri, who's we've talked about every day, it seems like he's swinging the bat really, really well, came through in a big way. I thought it was a homer off the bat, but put a charge into it and picked up 2 runs.
How about in the 7th and the 8th? Armstrong getting the strikeout, and then that ground ball double play was huge.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be so good pitching against this club, and I mean, our pitching had to be pretty spot on. Army was great, and then Clev, you know, not ideal to hit Urias and then walk Gunnar, but he took a deep breath and made a big pitch to Mountcastle. Rosie and Palacios did a nice job of turning 2.
How close did Caballero come to having to leave the game?
I mean, he was hurting. I think it was kind of a weird, awkward land, like his elbow almost jammed into his ribs. I mean, he was hurting quite a bit, but I'm glad he stayed in because he put a charge into the ball earlier in the game.
He looked okay when he got up to plate.
Yeah, he looked all right. Yep.
Was Siri going up there to bunt? Was that the plan, to have him bunt the guys over?
Originally, yeah. And then the way he looked after the first one, we decided to take it off.
Swinging with
yeah. We
were wondering if you were going to yell at him to take it off or something.
No, we yelled, hit. Yeah.
He tried it a few times.
How big was it to get out of here with a game, and the fact that you mentioned the pitching, they leave 13 on base today?
Yeah, I mean, look, we did that yesterday, but it is big to get out of here with a win for sure. I mean, go into the off day feeling a little bit better, and we got more work to do certainly, but it's a good team. Felt like we played them pretty tough, you know, for game 1 and game 3, and then even early on in game 5. We got to find ways to get back to being ourselves and finding ways to win games late, kind of like what we did today.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, that seemed to have a little bit of a familiar feel to it. You got good relief pitching, you made some big plays, you had some late clutch hits.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been our recipe for quite some time right now. I mean, you know, we're not a team that's going to built to go up there and outslug different groups, different teams. We're capable of it at times, but we got to do little things right that we can control. I thought we did that today.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay.
Well, you talk about the recipe for success. I go all the way back to when Kevin Cash first took the job as Rays manager, and one of the first things he talked about was, we are going to have to learn how to win close games. That's just how our organization is built. The Rays are now 12-4 in 1-run games, courtesy of this 4-3 win. Jose Caballero had the lone home run for the Rays in Camden Yards in this 3-game series. Let's hear from the Rays shortstop.
Jose, just first starting off with kind of the diving play there where you kind of hurt your side. What happened and what was the kind of injury there?
Well, I just dove for the ball and I felt something cold in my side, so it was just something weird, and then I couldn't breathe. That was the issue there, and then once they went out there, I took my time and I recovered and I was good to go.
Certainly were, especially in the 7th when you hit that home run. Not many people have gotten over that fence since it's been moved back. How much did you put a charge into that one?
Oh, it's pretty bad, huh? I know. I just was trying to put a good swing, and I got a high fastball, and I just put the barrel on it, and it felt good. I was kind of worried. I didn't get it, you know, but it went, so I was happy about it.
How impressed have you been with the couple of days that Jose Siri has had here at the plate recently?
It's been great. We love it. We are happy that he's having such a good stretch, and we just hope that he continues with that one.
How big is this win for you guys to get out of here with a game with the off day tomorrow?
Oh, well, yeah, it's always, wins are always good, and especially whenever we were down the 0-2. So it's really good to get the team going and go in another series with a win in our side.
You haven't had a lot of games recently where you've been able to come back late like this, and you kind of quiet and then rally late. Just what does that kind of mean? Is there some momentum maybe in that?
Oh, yeah. Just like we always say, just trying to stay in the game as long as possible, trying to be close, just fight with the other team and just wait for those big situations. And Siri did his job and put the ball in the gap, and we were able to come back and win the game.
How close were you to coming out of the game when you got hurt?
I felt good after a couple seconds, but right when it happened, I was like, oh, I don't know, because it just felt weird. But I'm just thankful that nothing went to the side.
Did you think you felt something pull, or it was more like a stabbing pain, or what was it?
It was kind of weird, to be honest. Like I said at the beginning, I felt something cold in my ribs or something there. So, yeah, it's something like a cold, I don't know, something like a stretch too much or something. But after that, like I said, I couldn't breathe, so I was just kind of worried about it. But I'm just happy that it wasn't nothing bad.
Thank you.
Denard, just by process of elimination, you know that Jose Caballero's got to be swinging a pretty good stick. He leads the American League in steals. He barely walks, so that means he's getting on somehow. Today he got a couple of hits and a hit by pitch, but all of that almost never happened because of that play at short that everyone was asking him about. Let's take another look at that, and we could try and figure out exactly what happened. Early in the game, it was the second inning, and a grounder close to up the middle. Great play that ended up being an infield hit, but Caballero was slow to get up.
You see him right here trying to make a play for Zack Littell, going in that hole, playing the game hard like he always does, but you can tell right there when he was grimacing, he came down kind of awkwardly on his side, and like you said, thankfully he stayed in the game because he was able to hit that home run and make some big plays later in the game.
Rays trainer Joe Benj going out to check on him, but all was okay, especially when you consider the fact that he hit the only home run for the Rays today. That was in the 7th inning. Let's take a look at your insurance attorney defensive play of the game. Cedric Mullins had a terrific catch in center field for Baltimore, but this trumps it because of the stakes.
This was definitely the play of the game in a big situation. As you see it, Rays-Orioles stay down on that ground ball, shuffle his feet, perfect feed to Palacios. Palacios gets rid of that ball so quick, and you see Clevenger, knowing that that was a huge play, found himself in trouble in the 8th inning, and they were able to get out of that play right there. Huge play.
So Jose Caballero had the best seat in the house to watch that 5-4-3 double play. As we go to break, let's take another look at Jose Caballero's home run. It ended up ultimately helping chase Cole Irvin from the game. 4-3, the Rays win it. Caballero with his 3rd dinger of the season, and the Rays are heading to Miami with another win.
The game is changing, but what drives the game never will. What you have inside.
Takes it.
Gehrig, is it in you?
First, we did the impossible. Then you ate so many of the impossible that we completely ran out. And now, they're back! The footlong cookie is back at Subway.
Rays fans, tune in to Bally Sports Sun following the game for the Rays Live postgame show. Keep up to date on the latest stats, interviews, and breakdowns. The Rays Live postgame show on Bally Sports Sun, presented by Advent Health.
Spectrum Mobile's Unlimited Plus plan is even better with free anytime upgrade. You can upgrade to a new phone anytime you want, as many times as you want, for any reason. You can't get that from AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. Get Spectrum Mobile Unlimited Plus for just $25 a month each when you get 2 lines. Now, it's easier than ever to switch to Spectrum Mobile. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Plus, Spectrum Mobile Unlimited Plus gives you international roaming in Mexico and Canada. And get even more with free anytime upgrade. Upgrade your phone whenever you want, as many times as you want, for any reason. Get Spectrum Mobile Unlimited Plus for $25 a month each when you get 2 lines. Switch to Spectrum Mobile. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Call 866-608-4145 or scan to call now.
What do you need? I got you. Base hit off the breaking pitch. Siri
baseball only on Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
What's the score of the game?
The new Hyundai Elantra with America's best warranty. There's joy in every journey. Lease an Elantra for $179 a month or get up to $1,500 total savings. Plus, military personnel get an additional $500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Rays Live, the postgame show on Bally Sports, is presented by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. By your insurance attorney. Call today to get the compensation you may deserve for your insurance claim. And by Morgan Automotive Group. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen. So the Rays and the Orioles close the books on June 2nd, 2024. All across baseball. June 2nd, Lou Gehrig Day. This was the 4th annual such day. Major League Baseball only has 3 players all-time that they honor with their own day: Jackie Robinson, Roberto Clemente, and the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. It's all in an effort to raise money and awareness to find a cure for ALS. That's the disease that ultimately took Lou Gehrig's life at the age of 37 years old. We talked a lot about him, Denard, in the pregame show. When you think of Lou Gehrig, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The first word is iconic, and just what he meant to the game of baseball. One of those pioneers that his name will ring bells to the end of time. Did so many great things for the game of baseball, broke so many records, and is a reason why he's a Hall of Famer.
And for those of you who might have missed the pregame show, where were you? But if you did, here is exactly why Lou Gehrig Day is on June 2nd. It's not one reason, it's actually 2 reasons. Lou Gehrig first stepped into first base, passing Wally Pipp for that job on June 2nd, 1925. 16 years later, ultimately, he passed away on that same date, June 2nd. So it makes all the sense in the world that June 2nd is Lou Gehrig Day. This was one of the most decorated baseball players in Major League history, certainly well regarded as one of, if not the best first baseman to ever play the game. He was big in stature, and he was even bigger after his passing for what he meant to baseball and the community as a whole. So we will take a look at our Toyota Road Ahead right now and get you ready for the next series. And it's only a 2-gamer. The Sunshine State rivalry is renewed. Young Ryan Pepio getting his first taste of this rivalry as he is set to face another left-hander. Jesus Luzardo expected to go for the Marlins. So that'll be back-to-back lefties for this Rays offense. What do you think that means as an advantage for Tampa Bay?
Well, you know the Rays, their right-handed lineup usually swing the bats really well against lefties. Ryan Pepio, he's been doing a good job coming in as a rookie. Been very impressed with how he's been throwing the ball. So I look for him to go out there and attack the strike zone and attack these Marlins hitters. And hopefully the Rays can go in and win both of these games.
Those strikeout to walk ratios eerily similar. 51-16 for Ryan Pepio and 50-16 for Luzardo. This is a rivalry of sorts. You only see these teams get together a couple of times a year, and now with interleague play, it's kind of balanced itself out a little bit. But as a player, do you put any extra emphasis when it's a quote-unquote rivalry game outside of your division?
Oh, you try not to, but knowing that, you know, you're within your same state, you want to go out there, obviously, for bragging rights and try to come out there and go out there and win a couple ball games. But, you know, the Marlins, they've been struggling this year, so it's a good opportunity for the Rays to go in there and try to win both of these games. That would be huge before coming home to face this Baltimore Orioles team once again.
All right. Your star, as always, my man. For Denard Span, I'm Rich Hollenberg. That puts the wraps on another edition of Rays Live, the postgame. They improved to 29-31 on the year, 12-13 on the road. So they'll be looking to even their road record at 13 up and 13 down once they get to Miami. The Rays win it 4-3 in Baltimore in Game 3 of this 3-game set. And remember, they'll see those Orioles next week at Tropicana Field once again. For everybody here at Bally Sports, including my broadcast partner, Denard Span, I'm Rich Hollenberg saying so long. We'll see you Tuesday for more Rays baseball.